Hey y'all, thanks for tuning into the Nintendo Drive. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Or, if you're getting cozy and listening to us on your podcast feed, make sure you're following and leaving us nice reviews. You can also support the show on Patreon and pick up some awesome merch. Links to those and more are in the description, but let's get the show started.
It's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horse-powerful podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friend, the Bowsah. Hello there, Bowsah.
I thought we were just ditching Xbox altogether and just going to roll with Nintendo now.
Isn't that fitting? Of all the weeks, we've got a nice little... It played the Nintendo Drive intro for those watching us live. It's a live show, man. What do you want?
Hey, man,
we just go with it. It's Friday night here. We're live on twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live and youtube.com/carpoolgaming. The irony of this is actually bonkers. The fact that this just played the incorrect intro. It is what it is. Bowsah, how the hell you doing?
We're just rolling with it, man. That's all we can do. Gotta roll with the punches, man.
Just gonna roll with it. I found the problem just as it was kind of like ending. I'm like, I could roll it again, but we're gonna shrug our shoulders.
I'm very happy to hear someone else's voice instead of mine to do the intro.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Pleasant surprise.
There you go. I don't know how we're gonna do that on the podcast feed. It might just be we might fix it on the podcast feed. There's actually production that happens there. That is not live. But anyways, we are here, like I said, live, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live and youtube.com/carpoolgaming and on podcast services eventually around the damn world. We do not have Mitch today. We do not have Fee. They're both resting peacefully. We hope that they're okay. Actually, I don't think Fee's resting at all. I don't think Fee is resting at all.
No, she's out doing fun stuff. I thought she was doing nerdy stuff. That's all.
Yeah, she might be resting chaotically, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just us, on there's not much happening in Xbox land this week, thankfully.
Yeah, it might be a short episode.
Might be a short episode. There's nothing too much to discuss. But why don't we just go ahead and jump right on into it? We'll start this week like we do each and every week with our geek outs and shout outs. Bowsah, what the hell are you geeking out about over there, you big dork?
I'm gonna shout out muscle relaxers.
Hell
Girl's
yeah.
been having a stressful time lately.
Yes,
clenching my jaw and stuff when I'm sleeping, so my whole neck and into my ear and my jaw and all this stuff has been a mess. So last night I took one and knocked myself out, and then took a half day off work today, took another one and took a little nap. Seemed to be calming down all the muscle spasms, so maybe I can rest peacefully tonight.
That'd be nice. We won't get too worked up tonight, of course. There's nothing
to be worried about.
Nothing to be worried about. Everything's perfectly fine.
Here.
Yep, everything's great.
How about
Can
you,
I
Sean?
ask what kind of muscle relaxants are we talking? Like back muscle relax? Like I don't know. You have Robaxacet over there? Is it some sort of Costco brand? What do you got over there?
No, it's prescription.
Oh snap!
We're heavy duty over here.
I want a prescription for muscle relaxants. I want my doctor to look at me and just go, "You need to relax," and then pull out his just relax, and then pull out his pad of paper. I also miss the pad of paper.
Yeah, we don't get that anymore.
No, everything's electronic. Back in my day.
The only thing I get that for is when I go to the eye doctor. They will actually write out my vision prescription.
Good call. Yes, that's true. Same here. Yeah. I can't believe that even works. I feel like we're talking as if when we used to get prescriptions, they would pull out like a jar of ink and their feather. And
gotta have a quill.
Exactly. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a big fan of the muscle relaxants. Talk to your physician. We're not doctors. Yep. Maybe DM Garrett Bland.
Maybe.
In the Discord.
Maybe he can hook us up.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd
be all right. Okay, we'll have to pay him a visit. Maybe I'll actually get him. Maybe he'll return my calls. I call my doctor. They don't even call me back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this, some sort of test? Is this like the way you triage me? Like if I call back a second time, that's how you know it's serious?
It's really important, or you're just the squeaky wheel.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
You got to be these days.
Maybe I want a prescription.
Yeah.
Just sign the pad of paper and I'll leave you alone.
I just want to relax. Please help me.
I just want to relax. Please, someone help me. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. It's tough out there.
Trying my best.
Hell yeah. Good for you. As for me, what am I geeking out about? I feel like I wrote it down just so that I didn't have this moment. Oh, Marvel Overpower. Yes, I bought a bunch of cards. Did you see this? I was streaming last night. Did you see this?
No. I was knocked out with my muscle relaxer when you did that.
Fair. I've been streaming pretty late. I mean, that's a geek out in and of itself. You know what? The time that I have is different than the time that I used to have. And now it's like after the kids are in bed, which isn't exactly the most energetic time for me. And I basically spend, here's just a little bit of life for you, Bowsah. I spend a lot of time and energy thinking about how little time I have. About how little time and energy I have. You know what I mean? It's a circular, disastrous kind of line of thinking. But I've been kind of like just kind of throwing that out the window and going, you know what? I've got some time. I don't have no time. I don't have as much time as I would like to, but I've got some time. So I jump on some of these streams late at night. Sometimes I go on camera, sometimes I don't. But last night, I got to open up some of this Marvel Overpower card game. This is from 1996. I used to collect these when I was a kid. I found a box on eBay and I ordered that. Problem number one, though, Bowsah. This is a good story, but I did have one problem with it. I didn't update my eBay profile. So when I ordered it shipped it to my old house. So, did I go back to my old house and snag it off the porch? Yes.
Oh, wow.
Did I also have our realtor just let them know I was going to do that ahead of time?
Okay. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
You don't need the cops called on you.
Don't want cops. I also didn't want to knock on the door. I don't want to know who's in my house.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. All I know is there was a dog in there and the dog was barking like crazy. Yeah. And it's like, oh, at least there's a dog in there now. It's kind of nice. Anyway, ordered this. It's called Marvel Overpower. This is kind of like Magic the Gathering, but for dummies like me. Features all sorts of different characters from Marvel. I wasn't into the comics. This was kind of like an inexpensive way to participate in comic culture back then. You didn't have to get weekly things. Anyways, on the box, it says suggested retail price $1.75. Over there, $1.75 per pack. You got 9 cards in these things, and we just had a fun time last night opening cards. And a couple of people were in the stream just commenting. I was so joyful, Bowsah. This is the true sense of the geek out. I was just completely. I couldn't even help it. Couldn't even help myself. Opening card packs, the way they feel in your hand, the sound of the crunchy kind of booster packs and stuff. And I kept saying maybe I'll just do one more, and then I just did one more.
Yeah, just do them all.
And then I got about halfway there. So this is an expansion of the overall card game of Overpower. Didn't run that long back in the day. And so as it turns out, I kind of have all the cards, honestly.
Yeah.
This is just an exercise in just pure nostalgia. I think I got of all the packs that I opened last night, and then there was a good number of them, I think I got 1 or 2 cards that I've never had before.
Interesting.
So I didn't need to be, and we actually started seeing the duplicates show up on stream. So I kind of stopped it there. And when I stopped, I'm like, oh, my kids don't know what this is, but who doesn't love opening card packs? And so that's where the rest of this is going to go. The kids are going to get the rest of the cards, and when they're having a good day, they'll get a little card pack, and that'll be kind of nice. Yeah,
It'll all be new cards for them.
Totally. Yeah. It'll be nice. And so it's been filling my bucket lately. And that feels kind of nice. Yeah. So if anybody out there, by the way, has card games that you guys all enjoy, I'm dying. I need something to collect, legitimately. And I can't be going onto eBay to pay these, inflated prices for nostalgia. Although maybe just current card games are very expensive. Those Magic card packs, have you seen these things?
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's nuts out there. How could people afford this? And then they're mad at Game Pass and they're buying cards out there? That's for later. I'm sorry. I couldn't even help myself. Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. We got some fun stuff to talk about before we get into the nitty gritty. Do you want to do the housekeeping, lady? Do you want to do some housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Oh, I was going to address the fact that, neither Fee nor Mitch, the man with the button, nor Fee, the lady with the voice. Hey, you did it. Nailed it.
Nope.
Tell the people what the bathrooms are.
The bathrooms.
That's what anytime you go to an event, you're some housekeeping. That's what I think of when it comes to housekeeping.
Safety briefing. Exit is located in this direction. If the doorknob is hot, don't open the door. It probably means there's a fire out there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Going down that path. Instead of that, how about we just talk about the things we want to talk about?
Hell yeah.
I really want to thank everyone for their wonderful support throughout September. It was a huge month for us on Twitch. We streamed for like 75 hours plus, and thanks to all of your support, we've skyrocketed up by 83 and had over 100 subscriptions to our tiny little channel. Like, this is wild.
Nuts.
It's such a big deal for a channel of our size, and you guys already support us so much on Patreon and buying merch and doing all the things, and we wouldn't be here without your support. All that money is going to our ops fund. We're getting geared up for our Extra Life, and that's what it's going to. We're gonna help support the hosts get there and get all the equipment we need, and couches and audio equipment and whatever else we need, so that we can try and raise another 10 grand for the sick kids. What we do best. So once again, just thank you so much for reaching out with your generous support, and I hope if you got the unique little September badge, you display it with pride. Know that your support went to a good cause. And speaking of Extra Life and Patreon, we want to welcome new Patreon supporter Lee Navarro at the ad-free all-in-one tier. Some recent Patreon content we have. Amanda's episode of Pants is live right now, and Fulia is up next. There's a Silent Hill movie podcast out with Sean and Ryan. And of course, you have your weekly Nintendo Drive post show. Let's see. Community happenings. The current Backtrackers game is called Ravenous Devils, picked by yours truly. And the meetup to discuss that will be October 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time in the Discord. The current Bookcrafters theme is Spooky Season. Meetup is the same day, but at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's going to be a busy day in the Discord that day. You can head on over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. We still have the Xbox Drive 400th episode merch available. That's limited time only, so whenever Seth or I gets around to taking it down is when it'll be gone, so don't wait.
And stay tuned. We should have something new coming to carpoolgaming.com as well for merch. We just finished up, September, of course, as you were talking about. Extra Life is coming up right around the corner here. So we're going to give you guys maybe a couple days reprieve, and then it's just full on.
It's
full on
Extra
Life.
We just don't stop.
This is your heads up. Don't act like we didn't tell you. And also every November, what do you want from us?
Yeah, you should see this coming a mile away.
Yeah,
right?
Are you new?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe a lot of people are. We've had a lot of people come on in. Yeah, you might be new. If you're new, you get a pass. If you're not new, come on, man.
Yep.
Come on.
So another thing you can do over on the website is to donate to us. We have a donate button at the bottom of the site. Thanks to Brian Reese for a very generous donation there. And you can also gift merch to Twitch chat anytime we're live on Twitch. So you just go to the website, pick the merch you want to give away, and click the gift button. Simple as that.
I like it.
Yeah, we keep it easy around here. What can I say? And I think
we might be the only ones.
It for the housekeeping.
Good.
Housekeeping.
Leave! It's my best Mitch.
Sean, have you been playing any video games?
What if I were to do my further best Mitch and talk about how much Apex I've been playing? I can't even do it. We miss Mitch.
Yep.
I think we'll leave the questions for later. I've been playing some video games. Yes, of course, still playing Hollow Knight. This is going to be my standard what you playing probably for the next couple of years. I'm not sure. Apparently this game is enormous. So I'm still kind of like somewhat in the early stages. So I don't know. We'll get to this. I think Foolie's got a question about backlog later. I got to tell you, Bowsah, like I am entirely overwhelmed by the number of games. Like utterly, completely, absolutely. There's no way for me to properly state just how overwhelmed by the number of games. It is crazy. So maybe it's just as well for us to, get into the trouble that we're in.
You know what the trick is for that?
Days. No backlog.
I have a secret. Short-term memory loss, man. You just forget about games once they come out, and you don't play them right away, and then you just forget they even exist.
I think I do have short-term memory loss. I actually need something a little bit more permanent than that. Here's the thing, is I re-experience the realization of how many games I haven't played because of my short-term memory loss. Like I'll go look and go like, oh no, that's too many games. And then I'll get distracted by something else and I'll be relieved. And then I'll look back and go, wait, how many games? How many games? Oh my gosh, it's too many. It's too many. Here's just to tell you like the state that I'm in. Just before I came on here, I've finally got some things sorted out just outside. We just moved for those who are new. Just moved. I'm settling in very, very slowly. But I do have my Xbox, my Switch 2, and my PS5 just set up out there finally. And the way I was trying to handle this feeling of being overwhelmed is and also background for people, just like Bowsah, I have two TVs sitting side by side, which is kind of the way to do it. It is the way. It is the new standard. We were here first. Go ahead and try it on yourselves. So I fired up my Xbox and my PlayStation and just looked at all the games on them and went like, just to try to get a sense of what my backlog was like right now. Then I started playing Rebel Assault 2 on my PS5, which apparently is part of like the Premium Plus, the PS Plus Premium thing, which is like a PS1 game. That's pretty great. Then I started playing Star Wars Episode 1 from the PS1, which I did for that for like 35 seconds. Then I jumped over to my Xbox. Like, I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess. I'm not actually accomplishing a dang thing at all. But I guess that seemed to be how my brain wanted to handle the situation just then. But to really answer your question, one thing I will tell you about maybe perhaps is a demo that, at least to my knowledge, seemed to shadow drop this week on Steam, and it was for the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is the beat 'em up game, of course, featuring a bunch of Marvel characters, just like my Mission Control, my Overpower cards that I was opening. It's a very Marvel-themed week, especially 90s-themed Marvel. Very cool. This game is very close and special to me, Bowsah. I have it selected one of my last two games in the Carpool Gaming Fantasy Critic. Yeah. And if this game releases in 2025, I'm here to tell you guys, it's going to score very well. This is a beat up kind of like Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Power Rangers, I think Rita's Revenge also. Wait, did Rita also have revenge?
What was Rita? Get revenge out here?
Shredder's Revenge and Rita's, what the hell is that game called? Rita's.
No idea. Power Rangers is a little out of my time zone.
Rewind. Why did Rita rewind? She must have been. It must have been a time travel kind of thing.
Maybe.
In any case, yes. Foolia in the chat says a demo. Yes. We love a good demo. Yes. Now, I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Didn't even know what the hell the Power Rangers game was called. Just an absolute wonderful throwback to those old school, like Turtles in Time, the X-Men games, like those multiplayer arcade experiences, the beat 'em ups. Really, really cool. I wouldn't pretend to be an aficionado of the genre, so I'll just sort of kind of keep it high level, Bowsah. They got characters that I like Spider-Man and Venom and Wolverine. Those are really great. There's characters I don't really know anything about, like Nova. Don't know anything about Nova at all. And then, you just jump on into a nice beat 'em up. But there's a cool little thing that I don't think I realized in all of the previews. As one player, you by yourself, you actually select two characters. So I was playing most of last night with Spider-Man and Venom, and you kind of like Marvel versus Capcom, you could bring in the other character for like a little tag team effort.
Oh,
they can come in for like an extra hit, or you can help them jump in and do some combos with you as well. And as I was doing it, I'm like, I feel like I'm playing with somebody else, but I'm playing solo. And it's like, what a wonderful way to kind of check off a couple of boxes there. Because so many of us play games by ourselves. We can't always line times up with other people. But these are beat 'em up games. They were designed when you would play at the arcade and everybody would, bring 2, 3, 4 people in all at once. So just a really nice way to tackle that. I really hope this game launches this year, primarily for Fantasy Critic. And just really beautiful art style. I would say like that nice pixel art. You can throw like those CRT filters on for those who like it. I don't think I've ever seen this before. It's surely been done, but I never noticed it. It's a CRT filter, but also like it mimics like the curved screen of the CRT. So that was kind of neat. So just a lot of love to the oldies like me, just make me feel like a kid again playing that game.
Yeah,
it was pretty nice stuff. So it's just a demo for now. I went like on a shopping spree this week as well. I don't know if that's what you asked, but went on Steam and bought a whole bunch of games. So just adding to the problem. Like, what can I say? I'm getting manic, I will say. Usually this doesn't happen until like December when we're coming to the end of the year.
Game of our year time. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe it's we did record our GUI episode, Game of Our Year. We got something coming up pretty soon for people on Patreon, and I think our free feeds might be going up pretty soon here as well. And maybe that's why I'm a little anxious, because it's like,
maybe we talked.
I feel behind on my homework.
Everything you missed the last 3 months.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I will be playing?
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad I remembered, because I easily could have forgotten. There's no notes here or anything, but I was so excited to tell you what I will be playing. It's going to be on my PS5, which is an Xbox, I guess. Me be playing Death Stranding 2. You got me. I haven't played Death Stranding 2. Yep. I might even stream it. I might even stream it just to prove it to you. What do you think about that?
I think there's a streamer mode.
Oh, because of the music?
There's really good music. You probably be all right on Twitch as long as you don't
save the VOD.
Upload the VOD. So yeah. Heck with
yeah.
it.
Who
Just
cares?
stream it, because that's like half the game. Is the
epic
music? Yeah. There's so much good music.
So that's what I will be playing. That's
I'm
on
excited.
deck. You know what the problem is? I just realized that I'm looking around these walls in my new space here. I don't have a whiteboard.
Yeah, that's tragic.
Absolutely tragic. I might go to the dollar store and either get like a tiny, like a small whiteboard I can just kind of have in my lap. Might just do that, or a notebook. Oh, I gotta do something.
Cover that wall.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just make it the whole, like, you can like paint the wall. Like
you've got big ideas, Sean. You need a big whiteboard.
I don't know if they're big ideas. I mean, maybe they're big ideas. I don't know if they're good ideas. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that. I said they were big.
Well, I appreciate that. I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate the placating to me. Thank you very much. So I think that's probably it. Like, I really am just streaming a bunch at twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live, which I've really been enjoying. Most of it is just sweet hangs and a little bit of Hollow Knight here and there. But just trying to get by, just trying to keep my head above water.
Aren't we all, man? That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. How about you? You play games. You play video games. It's one of the big reasons we had you come on the show.
That's why I'm here.
Tell me all the things.
Well, unfortunately, it's not a ton of games. As mentioned, I've been stressed out lately, so like I don't want to jump into like a heavy story game, some big narrative, and I'm just like kind of bouncing around a bit. But the regulars in my rotation right now are Deep Rock Galactic: Survivor, which is just an excellent mining combined with Vampire Survivors. You little dwarfs with different weapons and different, bonus things, like one of them mines faster, one of them does more damage, etc., etc. It's got a pretty good loop. Like, the normal missions are like 5 waves you gotta survive through. Then there's escort missions.
Whoa. That's pretty adult.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes
right?
you gotta call an escort. Damn. Or Ford escort.
Yeah, you gotta like mine oil to fuel up the drilling machine, and then beat the boss at the end. And then there's like weapon trials where you only get one weapon, and you gotta make it through 3 levels. So it's got a pretty good loop. I'm still unlocking new gear and new characters and new biomes, and there's like at least each stage there's 3 main tasks to do in that stage. So it might be get a specific weapon to level 18, or equip 4 fire weapons, or complete the whole dive, whatever. There just seems to be like enough to chip away at to keep me coming back. So, and typical survivor-like fashion, you can do a run and be satisfied when you're finished and turn it off, right? Or you can say,
a game that has an end?
Run.
Can you beat this game? Like, is this?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It has like 80 bajillion, and that's the exact count.
Yeah.
Chivos. Like, it's 2K, and there is like a ton of them.
Oh wow.
It is obscene.
That's a good way to think about it, like as far as like completion. Because I would say, to make it about me once again, one of the troubles I'm having is like the idea of completing games. And I've sort of been, I would say for the most part, beating the games I've been playing this year. And that makes it tricky for me to like kind of commit to whatever is next. You're fine with this. You're good with just like taking a taste and kind of moving on. Like, if you like it, great, you stick with it. But like, there's no consideration, I think, from your end on this.
Especially not for a game like that.
Right.
Like,
that's kind of why you play it.
I have beat Vampire Survivors.
Right.
I've done every collectible thing, every task in the game, plus got all the achievements, and those two are not the same. There's way more tasks listed out in the game than there are achievements. I've done all of it. So, but that's a game very near and dear to my heart, right? It opened up this whole new world. So
Yeah.
I wanted that one. Some games, it's just roll credits, if it's a story-based game. Maybe roll credits and do like a epilogue type of thing. But for something like this, a survivor-like, especially with that many achievements, I'll just keep playing it until something else distracts me or I get bored of it. Like, it's there when I need it, but I don't feel like compelled to stick with it. Something else comes along.
I need your brain.
Yeah, I don't know if you want it. Scary place in there.
Yeah, same here.
So another one, speaking of scratching itches.
Oh.
I'm playing Power Wash Simulator, because why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I got roped back in when I was trying to finish my 8-pack of Game Pass games for the month of September, and now it's installed, and I'm cleaning up the firehouse.
I have been failing so much on the 8-packs, the Game Pass. Like I moved, so I mean, I'm going to try and be kind to myself. Like, it was a pretty tricky month. I just don't know if it's going to get any better anytime soon. We will see. But yeah, man, good for you. You just kind of nailing it over there.
I just do it. That's just my habits, right?
Yeah.
At some point during the day, I'll take a break from work and switch to my personal computer, play 15 minutes of solitaire. And then
that's a good trick.
Finish my work day, and once I'm done with that, I usually fire something up on the console.
The last I was playing solitaire, it was getting unhealthy, honestly. Like, that game is designed for that dopamine hit, like, definitely. That's like it's like a lab game. Like, it's just built into like just designed to get right at the core of your brain stem there. So I was like, and I guess that, to me, like, that's part of the Survivor, like the Vampire Survivor games as well, where I'm like, I see what you're trying to do to me here. It doesn't feel like an absolute junk food of video games. Like, not to whatever. It's just like, I could see myself just kind of falling victim to, like, I feel like a victim. I feel like I'm being tricked. I don't feel really in control with it all. But anyways, nice. You playing anything else?
At this point in my life, I don't like stay up all night playing video games. Like, I get tired and I'm going to fall asleep, so I just turn it off. Like, even a game that, like, Death Stranding comes out, and by 11 o'clock at night, I'm like, all right, I'll get back to this in the morning.
That's probably for the best. I will tell you, my sleep habits this week have been horrendous. Like, I'm watching the clock turn to 2:30 in the morning.
Ugh.
And I mean, it's kind of like, because I don't want the day to end. Like, I'm like, I do feel kind of like a kid again. I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to bed. I don't want the day to end. I want to give up on today, So it actually is coming from like a really positive place, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, eventually this caffeine will not sustain forever.
You need some sleep.
Probably should get some sleep.
Save that energy for Extra Life,
I was thinking about that last night, actually. I'm like, I'm good for Extra Life. Like, this is no problem. I could have, if I didn't have to work this morning, I would have just kept streaming, to be honest with you. I would have just kept it going. It wouldn't have been the most, like, those witching hours in the middle of the night. They're not the most energetic. It's not like you're at your best, but I would have been awake for sure.
Right.
Because there's too many games. That's actually, if we're at the core of it, that's really what we're talking about. And I'm trying desperately. It will be my life's work to try to figure out how to operate on far less sleep. And this will eventually kill me, Bowsah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound great.
So don't recommend. I'll be my own test subject. That always works out, right? It's like a supervillain origin story. I just tried to stay up all night, and I'm going to turn into some mutant.
Guess my cure didn't work. Ended up dead.
Or that. Yeah, maybe not a supervillain. Maybe just a corpse. Damn. Well, what was it? The graves of our year? We'll be picking our top coffins. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, man. Hilarious.
And then the other game that I've been playing every day is, of course, Apex Legends. Because,
oh my gosh.
Once again, this is something you can just drop into, go blast a bunch of people, and
just start blasting.
Drop out when the match is done.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Mitch for playing with me again this week, and we got all of his 4Ks done.
Damn.
He's had 4K damage with each character.
Oh, that's awesome. Just going around the roster. I love that.
That's because I stay alive. That's my job. Stay alive. Because this mode, as long as one of your teammates is alive, you can respawn.
Yep.
So
that's cool.
We get into certain spots, I'm like, I will back off and just hide here for a minute.
That reminds me, that idea of going around the roster and kind of like doing something with it with every character. I love that. I love the idea of just like not pigeonholing yourself. We used to do this thing when we would play Street Fighter 2, back when like the roster was like manageable. Fighting games now have like 100 characters and stuff. Street Fighter 2 we would play, and it'd be a bunch of us in the room, just a bunch of kids. And we would call it we made up our own thing, of course. We called it tournament mode. And the way you won was like a winner goes on style. So we would all play each other. I'm playing you. If I win, I keep going. And at that point, when I beat you, I can move on to the next character. I'll go from like Chun-Li to Zangief. Yeah. And if I lose as Zangief, I can't move on from him until I beat whoever I'm playing. Right. So you win the tournament mode by going around the roster. I love that stuff. I love making up those little micro challenges, those new ways of playing that game. I mean, there's a tournament bracket, of course, but it wasn't tournament mode, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of like gun run in Apex.
Totally.
You're given a gun and you don't get a new one until you kill somebody with that one.
100%. Yeah, they've got a mode. I think it's actually called gun mode in Call of Duty as well. Yeah. So I love that kind of stuff. Like you got to earn like the next stage. I love that.
Yep.
Oh, there's an idea there. There's like a kernel of an idea there that we apply somewhere here, maybe a podcast or I don't know. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why I treat games the way I've been treating them right now. Like I can't move on to the next game. Maybe this is
this one
part of my problem.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I'm damaged.
If you're gonna do that, you need to pick shorter games.
This core memory is part of my mental damage. Damn.
It started young.
Yeah, well, oh well. That's how I am now.
Yep. I think that's it for the games I've been playing.
Okay, Apex, very nice. I like it. Yeah. Is this a limited mode, by the way? Like a limited time mode, this wild card thing that you guys are on?
It's a new permanent mode.
Wow.
Now, they'll do like limited events where they change some things up in it, but I think it's a new permanent mode, which is awesome.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. Very nice. I have to install
you're getting
that.
Chivos
Maybe
in that
I'll install Apex.
There you go. That'll fix
Why
you.
not? Yeah, that'll definitely fix me. Yeah, definitely a symptom of me losing my mind, absolutely, is installing everything I possibly can onto all the systems.
How?
Did I buy Mario
no storage on any of these things?
Well, I'm finding the limits. I'll tell you that much. And then you can min-max the stuff by going, how many big games, how many little games, how many medium games can I squeeze onto this thing? Do I have Rayman Legends on my PS5 right now? Yes, I do. Do I also have it on my PC? I believe yes, also.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm just like, I like that game. Maybe I can't play it right now. I can install it because it's close. It's kind of close enough. It's kind of like writing down like your goals. Apparently, like that gives you the same feeling as accomplishing them.
Oh, that's all I gotta do is write them down.
All you gotta do is write it down. You're like, oh man,
give me
look
a
at
pen and paper.
That's right. That's right. So that's kind of maybe a little taste of what I'm getting there.
Nice.
All right. That's what we're playing. That's what I will be playing. Do you have what you will be playing here? We got a couple games coming up this month.
Yeah, I mean, nothing. I don't think anything really new in the next week.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
I did install Hogleg on my Xbox since it came to Game
Pass. Yes.
But I don't know. I put a lot of time into that on PlayStation, so I'm not sure. I might just dabble, just to jump into the world, you know?
Just dabble. Yep.
Yeah. Probably should get back to Borderlands.
I want to get bored. Oh, there's too much.
Yeah, see? Another game. You need it.
Borderlands, I think at this stage, this is a funny thing that happens, right? If you're not there on day one, you go like, I can wait maybe a little bit. So we'll see what happens, but the intention at this stage is, count on even at 20% off, or even 15, some sort of small sale on Black Friday, I think. Yeah. But I do think I need Borderlands in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll fix it
play with, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Dang.
So. All right, that's it for the games we're playing and will be playing. Let's hop into the carpool. Most of our questions were, of course, related to the main topic, but as you mentioned, Fulia wrote in with a little bit of a different question, so let's cover that first.
Oh, no.
Fulia says, hello, friends, the koala here. I would like you to take a look at your Xbox backlog and pick 3 games you already own that you want to get to sooner rather than later. Bowsah, since you don't normally have a backlog of games, what 3 games will you be picking up soon? Have a great show.
Well then.
Fulia listed out all kinds of games here.
Fulia... No, I did. Those are my games. Yeah. So don't look. Don't look. I was making notes. I was making notes.
Like,
so I don't want to spoil
copying that over. What the heck is going on here? I'm losing my marbles, Sean.
I'm sorry. This
Some of these aren't on your Xbox. What are you doing? You're cheating.
Look. I know the question said Xbox, but I told you what I was going through tonight. I'm firing up all these different systems. Like, I'm completely overwhelmed. And this is games in the backlog. It's not even on the front log. Like, there's not even anything in the... This isn't even, like, what's coming out. I put out a tweet a couple of weeks ago or a Blue Sky post or whatever, and it's like, I want to play Borderlands. I want to play Silent Hill F. I want to play Chronos. I want to... Like, all these games that have just come out. It's too much. I will be quitting my job in order to take care of this. I think that's where I need to go.
That's the best way, I guess.
Can you imagine? What if I did?
Do not recommend.
Patreon.com/carpoolgaming, please. At one point we joke, and maybe we put this back in there. At one point we had, this is going back a couple of years, we had a help us quit our day job milestone. And so if we raised enough money on Patreon, we would take a number of days off each month for streams and stuff like that. But I would love that. Yes, I would love to join Seth and do this full time. Although it doesn't look like Seth has all that much free time either. I'm not sure that it would necessarily solve for that. Seth is so busy. All right. How do we want to tackle this? You want to go, you don't have a backlog. There's games you might want to tackle up and coming, but it doesn't sound like you got anything really on your plate here. And it sounds very peaceful.
I mean, the next things coming out that are on my calendar that are day ones for me would be Keeper.
Yes.
Coming to Game Pass. That's the cool one where you're playing as a lighthouse and you got a bird friend. And
yep.
Yeah.
I imagine that it will be short. I don't know why.
That's what I think. Yeah, I'm guessing that's not going to be a super long game. And that actually comes out the same day that we're supposed to do our final release at work. So
okay.
That's
that'll be nice.
My reward.
No kidding.
Plug into that. Forget about
Buy yourself a birthday cake that day too, because you're an adult.
That's a good thing. They all send green jeans to the store.
Just
go
buy
get me a birthday cake.
That's right. Yep. And have it say happy birthday, Bowsah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be. We should all do that, you guys. On the Nintendo Drive this week, did we get Yarden's question in here today, or are we saving it for Mitch for next week?
We're gonna save it for next week for Mitch.
Okay. You guys, the Nintendo Drive this week was wonderful. We talked about food basically the entire time. And so I was just thinking about that. We can do whatever we want. Seth talked about the magic that is Taco Bell. And when you're an adult, sometimes you just go get Taco Bell for breakfast. Okay?
Sometimes you do,
Yep.
It'd be like that.
Yep, it'd be like that. I don't know why I started talking about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So what's one on your backlog?
I have so many.
Well, I know, but maybe one that is at the top of your backlog. How about that?
How do you put one at the top of all these things? Okay.
You've done it before. You've done tournament brackets and wheels and all kinds of things. It's easy to put them at the top.
That's how much trouble I'm in. I was just about to say it. I don't know if it's true or not, but let me say it and see how I feel about it. I feel like I might be beyond the tournament bracket. I might be beyond.
Oh, no.
I might be beyond help. There's no hope. I'm hopeless at this stage. I'm just losing my mind. Okay, so let me work through this if this is okay. Since you didn't really have it, I might just work through the problem here. I'm going to throw a bunch of games at you and we'll see what comes to mind here. For whatever reason, the Spyro Reignited trilogy I feel called by it. I just want to go be in that world because I've played it a little bit and I don't know if you jumped into it, Bowsah. It's absolutely stunning. You haven't, we're getting shaking heads over here.
No, not into
You're not
that.
interested in the mascot kind of platformer kind of thing?
Well, I haven't finished Donkey Kong Bonanza. So if I want to
that's
do
all my
that,
Nintendo
that would be the
backlog.
One. Yeah.
That is that. Well, why don't and also from there's Super Mario Galaxy. I'm sorry. Now Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. That's I don't know if that really counts. That's not really a backlog kind of thing. It just came out. It's sort of just what I'm playing right now. It's not really a backlog kind of situation. But Fire Emblem Engage definitely is in my backlog, and I need to get to that. I need to get to Super Mario RPG. There's a bunch over in Nintendo Land. But this isn't the Nintendo show. This is the Xbox Drive show. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. You guys, I don't think it's very old, so no wonder nobody's talking about it at this stage. But if I'm looking at a bunch of these remaster games, it's near top of the list. It is just so well done. It's very sharp, and I wasn't even really a fan of the old Spyro games. I thought they were kind of not great, just marketing. So that's very high up on the list. A lot of these ones, though, are RPGs. They're role-playing games, and they're big
tough.
games. It's a problem. So on my RPG backlog, this sort of subcategory, we got Cyberpunk 2077, which that game's been out so long, they released it broken, and then they fixed it, and then they released an expansion for it, and it's still on my backlog. It's been a long time.
Been a while.
I don't know what's going on these days. People are talking about Red Dead Redemption a bunch, and I'm like, I would like to go play that one. Red Dead Redemption 2. That came out in 2019, I think.
Yeah, why is that coming up now?
I don't know. People are just, I think the guy what's his name? Dan Houser, something like that. One of the guys from Rockstar is off doing something else now. And so I think the last game he played was Red Dead Redemption. I totally jacked up his name, but in any case, it comes up every once in a while too. There's folks in the community who adore that game. I think Nagachak ended up being one of them. Marcus O'Neill. Like there's people out there who really like that game. And so some of these, what I'm expressing to you, why this is so, I'm so passionate about it, I guess, is because some of these leave an emotional scar. Like I feel like I'm letting that game down. Like it's a real problem. I feel like I don't want to, it's fading away. Kind of like when we left Extra Life last year, and it's like, I guess we can't help it, but time is moving away and we're backing off from each other. It doesn't feel good. I don't like the permanence of the separation.
Chat fired up here. We got some RDR2 fans speaking up here. Yarden, Uncle Tim. Yep.
Yeah, I need help,
Good
you guys.
stuff, but that's a long game.
It's like the longest game.
Yeah. But you can also just mainline the story, right?
I could. Yeah.
You don't need to go hunting and kill all the animals and find all the fish and all this stuff.
This could be the type of thing. I haven't had this happen too often, but it did happen with Forza Horizon 3, where I was getting up at 5 a.m. so that I could play it before work.
Oh yeah.
And maybe we just do that.
Good stuff.
So I'll stay up until 2,
year,
sleep until 5, and then we'll be good.
Next year we'll be doing it with Forza Horizon 6.
Oh man.
Because I'll wake up and it'll say Sean has discovered 3 more roads than me, and I have to switch that.
You better believe it.
Cannot be.
Throw that on the backlog list. I want to get back to Forza Horizon 5. What a masterpiece that game is.
I did fire that up for my 8-pack. Did a couple races.
Oh, that's a great one. Ooh,
yeah.
I like that a lot. Idea, pause on the question for a second. For the 8-pack, maybe that's a good way for me to, because it's intimidating for me to start over and go, I need to find 8 new games. I could probably get halfway there with Diablo and Forza Horizon 5. And what else are good ones like that?
Solitaire.
I mean, Solitaire, of course. Yes.
Vampire Survivors.
Okay. Yes.
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Okay.
And there's just a million of them. I don't even know. What did I get this month?
What did you get this month? This
somewhere.
is good. I love this.
I gotta find the picture of it because it's gone. It's a new month. It's all gone now.
Is the Division 2 on Game Pass?
Did you ever play I Am Your Beast? Did you try it?
I never did. Nope.
You need to play that one. Yeah, you'll be up all night playing it. That's fine, I'm sure.
I am thinking games as a service, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Something that's easy to just
hop into. Maybe this is the way I wrap my head
into.
around it. Yeah.
Do a run or, a match or whatever it may be.
I think Hades might be one of those as well. Like maybe throw a roguelike or 2 in there.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I like this. I feel something.
You feel better about it. You could play Call of Duty.
I could play Call of Duty. Yeah, I probably should do that. I'm loading up my of course I spread some sheets when I think about this sort of thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tim Paullin in the chat says Uno and Monopoly now. We will have to get to of course, there's questions all about the Game Pass just complete overhaul this week. Just a quick preview for that discussion, by the way, guys. It's mostly bad, but there's a couple good things. It's not entirely gasoline on fire, but I get the outrage. It's tough out there. Okay. Should I answer the question?
I do have some things, I guess, if it's the closest thing I have to a backlog about that.
Sure.
I would say I would put baby steps on that.
Oh, okay. Yep.
that's a game that I want to play, and I just, didn't feel like dropping the money right now to do it. That could be an interesting one to play at Extra Life. Everybody hooting and hollering, maybe taking turns, that kind of thing. So
I like
that's
that
kind of like can tickle in the back of my brain. Maybe I'll save it for then. And then one, I actually haven't heard much about it since it released, but it was on my radar, and that is Hell Is Us. I think it scored all right. Like it.
Yeah. Didn't it drop the same day as Hollow Knight? Didn't it, or right around? Like, I don't think that they were happy that Silk Song dropped when it
was September
when it did. They're like, that was our
day.
time.
Yep. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Right. That is unfortunate. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one. Yeah, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Can I throw another one that's on Game Pass that I should be playing at least enough to get it onto my 8-pack every single month? And this is exactly the type of game I'm looking for that reason. Stardew Valley is on Game Pass. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Stardew Valley's on, at least on PC. I don't know if it's on console, but I want to play Stardew Valley on PC anyways. That's a mouse and keyboard game for me, for sure. But I would be starting from scratch because I've played that on Steam. I own that game on Steam. So I'd be starting a brand new farm. But like, this is a good idea. Yeah, that gets me halfway there. Stardew, Diablo, Call of Duty, Forza Horizon 5, and just play that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too long without playing some of these great games.
Yep, there's
I'm sure I'll get to everything. I'm sure I'll get to everything.
And remember, you can play it on the cloud. Like, if you don't have it installed, just fire something up on the cloud. You could literally pick any game out of the Game Pass library. Just stream it. You'll be fine.
One of the games that should be counted in that is the game of storage management, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
Because I spend some time doing that as well. Yarden in the chat brings up you could play Starfield. Is definitely in the list, and it is written directly alongside my RPG backlog in response to Fulia's question here. My RPG backlog is significant. I mentioned Cyberpunk 2077, talked about Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what got us off track. Bringing it back. The Witcher 3. How have I not played The Witcher 3 yet? My goodness gracious. You shaking your head?
I've tried it like 3 times, and I cannot get into it.
Yeah. Maybe it's just one more try.
It's another old game. I'd be interested when Witcher 4 comes out or whatever they do next. Like, that could draw me in, but I'm not. I've tried it. I just can't stick with it.
Well, here's another one I've tried and I fell off, and who the hell knows, like 1,000,000 hours long. Baldur's Gate 3 is in my backlog.
It's been on my Deku Deals wish list after so many people raved about it.
I know.
At this point, like, I'm not even sure I would get it.
Save it for a retirement home,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Or a desert island. Yeah. But I also want to play Fallout New Vegas. I want to play that. That's going back a couple generations. I haven't played that one. And Oblivion, the Oblivion remix. It came this year. That was such a big deal. Remember, it was like shadow dropped, and it was like, this is crazy, and Xbox is back, and Xbox, everything is great in Xbox land because Oblivion, blah, blah, blah. It's in my backlog, and now we're distracted. Game Pass overhauls and bad news.
Yeah.
That's probably enough. I have some stuff on PlayStation I want to get to as well, but does that answer your question, Fulia?
I think we did the best
I didn't pick 3, though. Maybe I'll get to that at some point of like picking to your question. What is at the top of the list? I have no clue, dude. I have no idea. And
of course, for me, upcoming stuff, The Outer Worlds 2. I'm so ready for that.
Oh my god. The Outer Worlds 1 is on my backlog.
Yeah, well, you might as well just jump in with 2.
I guess that's good. I think
what
that's
you're
what
doing
I'm doing with Death
Stranding,
Stranding.
right? Yep, exactly.
Nailed it.
Exactly.
That's enough of that. Okay. Well, that's my sweaty part of the show, I guess.
All right. Oh, let's see. Well, on to the main topic.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh my god.
Where do I want to start? All right, let's start with a fun one. Gizmodo16 writes in and says, "What the hell, Xbox?
Damn.
Just really, what the hell?
What the hell?"
And I'm there.
Are you there? You're not pleased?
Yeah, come on, guys. Really?
Yeah, it's not been a good couple of weeks. Now, just to sort of like speak a little bit specifically to it, and then we'll jump into the questions. Of course, earlier this week, Xbox had announced updates to Xbox Game Pass. It's a total overhaul. New names, new services offered. They even changed the reward systems. We've now got Xbox Essential, Xbox Premium, and Game Pass Essential, Game Pass Premium, and Game Pass Ultimate. We don't get day one games across the board anymore.
Well, we haven't for a while. They've had
like
everything screwed up for a while. When they first like created a lower tier that didn't get the day one games.
Right. Well, they used to have core, so we went from like core to
core and standard and console and PC and ultimate. Like,
okay, so we've got new names now. The cheapest one being Essential gives you a bunch of games. It says unbeatable games, unparalleled access, unbeatable benefits. But they're literally beatable by the next tier up, you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about there.
Beatable.
Ultimately, what this is leading to is 3 different ways of paying a subscription service, and you're getting different loads of games, different access. I think maybe this is ever since they've differentiated tiers of Game Pass, this is probably, how do I want to say this? I feel like this is actually better than what they had, but it does come with the obvious problem that maybe is tackled right at the start. It's so expensive. It's so expensive, and it's such a big jump for Ultimate that I see a lot of people canceling their subscription service, and I kind of get it at the Ultimate tier. $30 a month, US. Now, for my Canadian friends out there, I don't know, we're getting some sort of deal out there because we're not seeing like a direct USD to Canadian exchange rate, which we typically do. Yeah. I think it's only like $33 or $34 Canadian. Like, we're getting kind of a deal. So I'm not going to be, if you're not sensing like as much outrage from me, it impacts me way less. And also, I don't owe anything for Game Pass until like 2027.
Yeah, I'm 2028. So like, it's hard for me to get big mad about this because I knew it would be something different anyways by the time I was able to add to my subscription.
Right. Yeah.
So like previous price increases, I'm just like, whatever. I can't get fired up about it, but this is a bit much.
It is a bit much. I think it's funny because you and I were talking about something unrelated before the podcast started. Like, there's the thing itself, and then there's sort of like the other baggage. And I actually think that a lot of the outrage here, not that the increase it's not nothing. Like, it's definitely something. But I think that this is a trend. There's been a whole bunch of stuff leading up to this that I think it's not even a straw that broke the camel's back, but it's just kind of the thing that sent everybody over the edge on the internet here. The console has increased in price in the US twice this year. Games are more expensive than they've ever been. Like, all these different things. There's all these different changes. Nobody knows what Xbox really is. And then the one thing, in spite of all this other garbage that has been going on for the last little while, if you're an Xbox fan, you go, well, at least we've got Game Pass and we can trust in Game Pass, and that's been all good. Yep. It's a great deal.
They finally started hitting with the first party stuff.
Yes. And then they do this. And I think that's really, if I'm trying to like break it down, because yes, it's more expensive. The emotional response that I'm seeing from it, it's like, it actually doesn't really add up. And so I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. And I think it is just this constant.
It's a compounding thing, but it's also
100%.
Like completely unrelated to gaming and Xbox is just real life.
Totally.
Things are getting more expensive and people are already having to, make compromises in their life to be able to pay the essential bills. And now maybe you did have, whatever, $20 a month set aside for Game Pass every month. And now it's just too much, right? Yeah. You can't justify it. And there goes that little bit of happiness you had.
I mean, what did it start out at? Like $15 a month when we had like the original Game Pass? Now, I'm going to try to be as balanced as I can. It's very easy for me to go, this is stupid, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, I feel like that's easy. And I'm always just try to, maybe that's where I end up. But I also think that there's something else to this story as well. If we're going to do that comparison of what Game Pass started out as versus what it is now, what did it cost at the start? What does it cost now? Like, I want to get a chart out. What games were you getting day one when this thing launched?
Well, think about it. Even just like standard prices. At $15 a month, you need one brand new AAA game every 4 months.
Totally.
If that's the only thing you played, then you would break even, in what money you would spend. And now that is not the case, but you're 2.5 months.
I was going to say, like,
for
you're
like
actually
an $80
not that far
game
off. Like, and in Canada, that ratio is about the same. Like when I buy a brand new game,
Right.
I bought Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. It was $100, right? And so brand new games are about $100, 105, maybe 110, depending on where you live and the taxes and all that kind of stuff. If we're paying $33, $34 a month for Game Pass, like, yeah, it's every
3
couple
months.
months. Yeah. So like that ratio kind of works out as well. And I'm sure these are the conversations that are happening in the back rooms where it's like, how can we justify this? Like
Right.
that's part of it. The other part of it, like I said, when they launched this thing, you had Crackdown 3, you had State of Decay 2, and you had Sea of Thieves. Those were your day one games that were launching into this thing. Entirely different than it is now. I'm not trying to justify this. I'm not trying to say like, I just think it's important to like be fulsome in our conversation. If we're going to be outraged, we better come with receipts. You know what I mean? You don't have partial receipts. Like you got to really look at the entire thing. But maybe what I'm hearing from people is we would have been fine paying less and getting less.
Yeah. Well, because I think it's the bottom line for some people is this is just becoming too much every month.
It definitely hit a threshold for sure.
Yep. They've crossed the line and yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know if you weren't set up until 2027 or 2028, like, would you sign up right now for Game Pass?
It's a really good question. And I think that's what's on a lot of people's minds, right? The people that are month to month, like, do you keep it going or do you not?
Yeah.
I would probably, at this point, because there is no, like, yearly discount, right?
Right.
You can't buy 12 months and get 10% off or anything. I would probably sub when there's a game coming that I want to play.
That makes sense.
I'm not a big, like, ownership of games thing. I understand that ship sailed long ago. Nobody owns anything.
That's true.
Even when you buy a physical game, you're getting a crap version of it. So you still need the servers to be up and all this and that. So I'm like, put all that aside. There's not many games that I go back and replay. Mm-hmm. So I don't care about even owning a license to said game, right?
Yeah.
Just play the game and when I'm done, right? No big deal.
Move on. Yeah.
So I don't know. I would probably just I've done this with Ubisoft Plus before.
There you go.
Just sign up for 1 month when there's a game on that service that I want to try.
Yep.
And that's an even bigger sell because the Ubisoft games are going to be the price of a 1 month subscription within 6 months anyways. So
that's true. Yeah, I know that.
I'm not paying $70 for any of those, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Before we move on, we got a bunch of questions which will kind of like I think focus our conversation here as well. I'm just gonna like kind of read off of. They basically like sent out like a PowerPoint. There's a bunch of these slides that try to iron out what the benefits are. So on Game Pass Essential, you now get 50 games now playable on PC, console, and cloud. It's $9.99 per month. It includes unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, including for Riot Games, online console multiplayer, and players earn up to $25 a year in the store with rewards, which is an insane bullet point to have on this thing.
Yeah, well, so they did like change some things on the reward side, and you do get bonus points for being subbed at different levels, and it like calls it out in the app now, like, hey, you're getting extra 15 points because you've got ultimate. But they like, well, thanks, but you also screwed us up, and we can't buy Game Pass subs straight through that anyway. So
right, like I think Donnie on PSVG said this very well. They monetized the reward system, and it's like that feels crappy. Like I don't like that, like really at all. You know, like it's, and you can't redeem them for Game Pass anymore. Unfortunately, like it's just,
you got to do another step, right? You got to get a gift card and then bring it back. It's just, I don't know.
So that's Essential. Those are for people who just want to dip their toes in. I would really like to maybe spend some time. I don't know if it's tonight or maybe next week. I've been meaning to do this for a little while. What are those 50 games? I think would be a good thing for us to detail. Maybe there's some standouts there in the 50 games that make it worthwhile to play on PC, console, and cloud at $9.99 per month. Also, I'm just realizing that as well. They've combined PC and console. Like, what's that about?
There's still a PC only version.
Yes.
There's 4 levels of Game Pass now.
Yeah, the PC one is kind of hidden, and it's $16.50 or something like that.
Yeah, $16.49 a month.
Yeah,
that'll make me big mad.
But why isn't it here?
What?
Like, why isn't it listed?
Because that's not what they want you to do, but I don't know why.
Very strange.
I wouldn't be surprised if this goes away eventually, PC mode. Because if everything's play anywhere now, then why
100%.
does PC get, like, what is the true difference in game library between PC and Ultimate, and why do they think that it should be about half the price? Because that's kind of insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't want EA Play, Ubisoft Classics, and Fortnite Crew. I could do without any of those things and give me Game Pass for $16.50 a month on my console.
Oh, I see. So, like, you would...
Like,
okay, so that's jumping to Ultimate, where that's where you're getting those things, right? Ubisoft Plus Classics, EA Play, and Fortnite Crew is in the now $29.99 per month tier. You would rather take those out and get what? Or just take them out and pay less?
Yeah, just pay less. I don't want them. I've had Fortnite Crew before and decided it wasn't worth it to me.
Yes. Okay, so I love the way you're kind of framing this, because ultimately, like, what we're looking at is Essential is $9.99 per month. You get 50 games and then other benefits. Premium is like the medium fries. You get 200 games. You now no longer get day one all the time. They are promising Xbox published games within a year of launch. I feel like there's a couple...
Is bonkers.
Yeah.
Why is it a year?
Within a year. Could be a couple months. It might just...
It should be 6 months. Come on.
We'll come back. Put a pin in that. I do want to come back. This is a massive part of it. I'm not sure if we've got a question talking specifically about day one stuff. I don't see it as I skim through, but we do need to talk about the change to the day one thing. Absolutely. But I actually just want to quickly talk about the price points here. You go $9.99 per month for Essential. You go $14.99 per month for Premium, and then it doubles to $29.99 or $30 per month for Ultimate. And that seems like a giant gap to me. Like, normally you feel like the medium fries gets you just bump up. It's just another quarter. It's another 25 cents to get to the top level. It's a pretty massive jump. So I think the pricing is strange. Like, it would almost make, like, could they have gone away with just a 25? Like, couldn't they have done $24.99 for this? And would it have outraged people? It probably, like, it's a price increase. People would have been mad anyway.
Yep. But a 50% price increase kind of, like, blew the top off.
It really, over what it was. They went from, 20 to 30? Is that how that worked out? If people are wondering why I'm always wondering about this stuff, I am translating in my brain to USD. I don't live in the United States, so I always have to wonder what it was.
An ongoing subscription, like, you're paid up for
years. I haven't been billed for it.
I don't pay attention to it as much as I should, maybe, but...
Yeah. So what they've done here, and maybe I love your input on this, they've really loaded up Ultimate. Like, Ultimate really is quite ultimate. Every feature you could possibly ever want. The most games in the service. It now is the only way that you get your day one games included with the subscription. We mentioned Ubisoft Classics, EA Play, and Fortnite Crew. You got your unlimited cloud gaming at our best quality with the shortest wait times. Deserves a conversation there, I'm sure. And then a max out point on the rewards up to $100 per year with rewards. This is just it's so crazy to me. There's elements of good stuff in here, but there's so much nonsense, man.
Just saying, Stadia was free.
Stadia wasn't free.
Yeah, it was. You bought your game and you played it.
Well, you had to buy your game.
Well,
that isn't free.
You didn't have to pay extra to be able to stream your game. You can buy your games and stream them on Xbox now, but only if you have Game Pass.
They've jumped ahead with this cloud stuff that they're in. Cloud is not...
They're pushing cloud this time. It's like officially out of beta. It's on all the levels now. I think it was only on Ultimate before, right?
I believe I've only ever had Ultimate. So, yeah, cloud isn't there yet, guys.
They already had, like, years of Game Pass that didn't have day one games. They've renamed them. They've shifted some shells and done their things or whatever.
Yeah. I will say, as far as the naming goes, I probably like this the most. Essential, Premium, Ultimate is pretty simple to me. I didn't like that they had Core and Standard before. I thought that was very, very confusing. I would also I miss the days where it was just Game Pass. you know.
Kevin mentioned when I was talking about the PC version that you don't get cloud or console or whatever there. Okay, then give me Ultimate without cloud or PC and without Fortnite and Ubisoft Plus and EA Play. Like, what does that cost
tricky
me?
Part,
That's not an
right?
option, right? Like,
yeah.
Why does PC get to pick and choose? Get this like lower tier for less money, and I don't with day one games, because that's what I want. Like,
Not the day one.
That's
games.
the appeal. That's what keeps me going, right? Is that I'm gonna get Outer Worlds 2, right? You're gonna get all of these things. I can play the Call of Duty campaign, all this stuff.
But did I see that Call of Duty wasn't included anymore? Hang on. Ultimate subscribers now get access to 75 day one releases a year. That includes some of the most anticipated upcoming games like Call of Duty Black Ops 7, High on Life 2, Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, and The Outer Worlds 2. Okay, so Black Ops 2 is there.
It's called out for something else.
Yeah, is it just not ever coming to premium? Is that what the deal was?
Yeah.
Like, why not make it more
confusing? The premium within a year of their launch excludes Call of Duty titles.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Which is also insane to me. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Wow. Okay.
Why is there an exception for every rule?
I know.
What are we doing? Like, defining the rules for the English language?
Seriously.
Who are we here? Come on.
I know. Who do you want to bring? There's so much to break down here, so let's bring somebody else into
tired of hearing from me complaining.
No. There's, like I said, there's more to complain about for sure. But I think some folks in the carpool are going to guide us here.
All right. Well, we kind of started to touch on this one from Daryl.
Yeah, I just
want to have initial thoughts on how you're going to approach Game Pass in the future. In other words, go one of the console plans, go for PC only, none at all. And related, where would you buy Xbox games if you do, such as Forza Horizon 6? And he says, I might grab Game Pass Ultimate cards from retailers before the prices go up there, too, and may consider a less expensive console PC plan for PC only otherwise. As for buying games, we'll always have PCs. That seems like a good option, but pros and cons to all the options.
Definitely,
I've been loud, outspoken. PC gaming is a pain in the butt. You're always tinkering with stuff. And why? Because there's a bajillion combinations of CPUs and graphics cards and whatever other garbage you have running on your PC that affects what the gameplay looks like. That's one of the big pros for console gaming to begin with is
big time.
I have my Series X. Everybody who's selling the game on Xbox knows what a Series X can do. And there's not other stuff doing, I'm not writing Word documents and streaming and, doing all this stuff. Like, they'll give me a performance mode and a quality mode, and that's it. I don't have to tinker. I'm done.
And not only that, you're having the exact same experience as everybody else who's playing the exact same game on the exact same console. For PC gamers, like, I don't know, this is definitely my experience. Like, I don't know if it's something I've done wrong with my settings where I haven't addressed something, or if the game is just poorly optimized or anything. Like, I'm always wondering, do I still have to tweak something in order for this to like work properly? So that, like, this idea of equating PC gaming and console gaming, like, Xbox is really actually driving this narrative forward, and a lot of people have gone back and forth. I'll just get a PC. Like, they're not the same. Like, whoever is continuing to equate these, like, obviously it's all still gaming, yes, but the experiences are vastly different. The libraries are vastly different. Where you end up, if you're playing on PC, you're on Steam. Like, you're not on the Xbox, or like, it's entirely different price points, by the way. Like, all of it is totally different.
Everything's weird. Now, the one good thing is Xbox is involved in the handheld PC market right now, and they are creating an operating system that makes it easier, right? Now, whether or not that translates and we can, like, can I dual boot my actual gaming PC and have a boot option where it is just the gaming thing? And make that experience a lot nicer. There's not extra stuff running in the background that I don't care about. Maybe that helps.
100%.
Yeah, so I think we touched on this. If I didn't have Game Pass for the next 2.5 years, I'd probably end up just subbing for a month when there's something on there that I want. Right?
For sure. I want to throw another thought experiment to you. This is a juicy set of updates here, guys, with all this Game Pass stuff, and it's a lot of different folks chatting in the Discord and in the chat here as well. So love the conversation, by the way, especially how respectful everybody is being about it. I want to throw a thought experiment to you. We've had Game Pass around now for a number of years. This is at least like the 17th iteration, I think, that we've seen, like, some pretty massive changes. If you never had Game Pass before. Like, just imagine in a world like we didn't have Game Pass. It was never invented. We never had day one games. Like, none of that ever existed. None of the changes. We've been on Xbox Live Gold this whole time. And they come out today and they say, we're really excited to launch Xbox Game Pass, Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. The price points are $10, $15, and $30 a month. These are the benefits. What do you think? Like, I feel like it's an entirely different reaction because, to your point before, it doesn't have all the baggage that leads up to this. I think if this launched fresh out of the gate, never heard of Game Pass before, this is brand new, I think people would be excited about this.
Well, if I hadn't had access to the 400 plus game for how long now, like, they would all be probably new to me, or most of them would be new to me. So it'd be very exciting to sign up for 6 months or a year, right? That would be cool. Like, I have all this stuff I can go play. But I think that would wear off, right? It's the same to me where I'm always looking to the next Game Pass wave. What's coming next?
Yep.
Now there are games I keep going back to, like Power Wash Sim and, you know, that kind of stuff. But in general, like, I'm ready for the next one.
For sure.
And that's when the financial part starts to not make sense anymore, right? If you're starting with, I've already played these, you know, the ones I want to out of these 400 games, and now there's 10 new ones coming next month. Do those 10 new ones excite me $30 worth?
I mean, I guess the reason I pose the question is because, you know, over the last couple of years, we've seen game prices increase. This now aligns more closely with that, but nobody wants to really admit that. That is it, but it is the truth. The $30 per month, yes, expensive. I'm not trying to say this is not expensive. I don't know if I would pay it. Like, just to be totally honest with you, I don't know if I would. But if we just look at the price of a brand new game and the price of Game Pass now, I do think that those align a little closer than maybe what people want to admit. Where things get very, very tricky is for those, because we have had Game Pass this whole time and people were happy paying $20 a month for Ultimate. Now the closest price point to them that they were at before is actually down to the $15 per month for premium, and you don't get day one.
And it was $15 a month in recent past.
100%.
Like, it recently went up to 20. So it used to be $15 a month, and you got everything.
100%.
And now it's $30 a month.
Yes.
And you get everything plus a little bit of stuff that you probably don't care about.
So here's maybe at the core of my take on this. Xbox Game Pass has been in beta and early access since its inception, and this is version 1.0. So what I mean by that is they've been testing it this whole time. They've been tweaking. What do you like about this? Let's get some feedback from the community. Oh, we're going to change it here. There's been a bug over here. We didn't mean to mess things up with the core and standard. Here it is, version 1.0. And nobody likes that.
No.
Nobody wants to be
because they didn't say beta.
Like that.
That's the Stadia problem. Because Stadia was beta and they wouldn't admit it.
It wasn't fully baked. Like, this probably is the most sustainable version. It's probably, like, from a business standpoint, probably a lot to like. But it's because we've been along this journey this whole time, and we've been led to believe best value in gaming. We got all these perks and everything. But they kind of over-delivered, I would say, and we all knew it. They were over-delivering at a low price point. We all talked about it. Best value in gaming, that's what we're saying. They're not charging us enough. Why wouldn't I do this? Right?
I would like to be in the room with the spreadsheets that has all the stats on that and see what the actual value numbers are. Like, for everyone that has subscribed to Game Pass in the last however many years, how many hours did they actually play Game Pass? Now, there's people like me where it's bonkers numbers, and I guarantee you there are tons of people that were paying $15, $20 a month and playing a couple hours.
That's why you do subscriptions. That's why you do gym memberships. That's why you do all of it, because people forget about it.
So I think that the numbers don't have to make sense to us.
Right.
Like, they could have been. I think they probably were making money hand over fist on this prior to this change.
But I guess what I'm also to the earlier point about, like, Game Pass being in early access and in beta testing this entire time. One of the things that they learned, I imagine, was that they trained an entire generation of players to not buy games on Xbox. Like, that's just not what we do over here. We play games day one on Game Pass. But, like, that's the narrative, right? And so that's what they're trying to undo. So that's why I, like, actually hammer down on that point, where of course I don't have the back end data, but, like, this change to me tells me that they're like, oh snap, we over delivered on the day one on Day one on Game Pass because they just took it away.
Out there that Game Pass players buy more games?
I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, and also, is that enough? Is that enough to make up for the games that they're not selling when games are released? Right?
Yeah, I've done like the napkin math when they've occasionally published like how many millions of subscribers they have. And even if you say like that everybody was at the $10 level, just to say, because some of us get it through awards, some of us are on the cheap level, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
The amount of money that is going through their doors every month is mind-boggling.
That's very
fair. If they can't put out good day one games from in-house studios on that amount of money, then they're in the wrong line of work.
But do you want? I wonder though, where they're now selling games where you can't get Game Pass. Like, and I don't disagree with you, by the way. That's an excellent point. They have tens of millions of subscribers at maybe $10+ a month. You're talking about a tremendous amount of money. Like, there's
monthly.
No arguments. No arguments there.
Every 10 years you release one game and you have to get all your money back right then, right?
I've always believed in that. From day one, I've always believed in there is a tremendous value in knowing that next month, this dollar amount is coming into your bank account. That is a massive benefit.
That's why subscriptions exist.
100%. Yep. There's a guarantee. There's a sustainable reliability to your cash flow. Like, you want that sort of thing. The thing that has changed or been introduced in the last year or a couple of years now is they release a game that they own on PlayStation where there is no Game Pass and no ability to get it day one via subscription. And they're probably liking what they're seeing. They're like, oh yeah, this is also pretty good. And so this version of Game Pass, I think, is them trying to have their cake and eat it too. You still can get Game Pass. You can still get 200 games at the premium level, but you can't have the day one thing that we've just trained you over the last 5 years is something that is amazing. I think it's them kind of realizing there's still something to be said about when a whole couple million people buy a game in the first couple of weeks of it being released, and they like that cash flow too.
And you know what they're not going to like? Is when they don't get $1 bajillion every single month from Game Pass because everybody quits.
Everybody quits. I know. Absolutely.
This is such crazy. I don't know. It's crazy out here.
Yeah. You want to bring somebody? There's so many good questions coming in. Thank you guys so much for this and the great chat happening here live on Twitch and YouTube here for sure.
Let's see. How about Croco Kyle? He writes in and says, Xbox, baby, what is you doing? Between the now twice console price hikes, $1,000 handheld, and $30 a month subscription, it feels like Xbox is pricing out the average consumer. I don't see how it's the best deal in gaming anymore when you have to buy 6 games a year to fully justify the price. And that isn't even considering budget games like Expedition 33 at $50, Soaksong at $20, and Blueprints at $30. Do you think third parties will start to shift away from Game Pass contracts and that more people will simply start buying games instead of paying a subscription? Love y'all. Hope you have a spooky weekend. Thank you for that question. Yeah. Is it 6 games a year? Is that really where we're at? Not anymore when games are at least $70 for day one AAA, so it's a little less than that.
Yeah, because we're at the Xbox 360 is the meme going around. Xbox is $360 per year. How much are games in the US? $70-ish?
Yeah.
So you get 5 games.
Right.
Just over 5 a year. That's not too bad. And there's 75 day one games per year at Ultimate. And I know it's like I'm feeling very self-conscious. Any positive thing I say about this, I'm going to get roasted in the comments. I'm sure people are rolling their eyes or whatever. And it's like, I'm just trying to explore the entire thing. I don't ever want to pay more for stuff. You know, like that doesn't sound good at all. I haven't bought Borderlands because it's too expensive for me. Like, I just don't want to, unfortunately for Randy Pitchford, I didn't make it work. I guess I'm not a great Borderlands fan.
It wasn't $80.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, here it's,
he backed off on that.
It's speaking Canadian.
So, yeah. There's just so much wrapped up in this, and it's hard to peel it apart. 1, how many games do you play a year?
Yep.
I can roll credits on 50+ games a year.
Yep.
And not many people do that.
Yeah, you're
got
kind of the
me and Ryan
user.
and Kevin, right?
Yep.
Game Pass Ultimate makes a lot of sense for me, even if I'm paying $30 a month out of my own pocket, which I'm not at the moment.
Yep.
So, it's really hard to say, is it a good value for X person or everybody. It's not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
If you're only playing 2-3 games a year, this isn't it, right?
Yep.
But then you also got to look at the side where console players have to pay some sort of subscription to play online with their friends, which is ridiculous and needs to stop.
Needs to go away. Yeah, that needs to go
Who's
away.
Who's going to break that first? Here. Like, I can't believe, and it's called out on every one of these slides, like, online console multiplayer. Ridiculous. Come on now.
So I think
got figured out that you can play their games. I don't know.
I think a lot of what Crocodile kind of stated here to launch the question between the now twice console price increase, $1,000 handheld, and 30, like, I think it speaks to the baggage, the journey we've all been on. It's just like this is seemingly never ending. I think that's ultimately what everybody is feeling right now.
Yep. But that $1,000 handheld, that's not an Xbox. It's got an Xbox button on it. It's got an Xbox branding on it, but it's not your Xbox, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it is a ROG Ally handheld, and that's what they cost for the hardware that's in them.
Yep.
You know, that's just a whole different thing. And people are mad about it, but I don't know how they saw a different price coming than what it came out as, right?
I want to do something
for that.
This might not be a popular thing to do right now, but who cares? I run the show. I want to look at PlayStation Plus for a quick second.
I want to talk about PlayStation Plus.
Oh, you do? Oh, you do want to talk about it?
Their marketing for their subscription is trash. Like, the new games that are coming out, like, you need a secret decoder ring to know which plan you're on and which game's coming to which.
Yep.
I got big trouble with that. Like,
I agree. It's funny how
Xbox has done a really good job. Even when they have the standard core ultimate PC nonsense, their graphics say what level it comes and what devices you can play it on.
Yep.
That PlayStation needs to learn something here. Oh, there's rules that, you know, essentials like 2 older games and premium is this. And no, there shouldn't have to be rules that I know, right? Just put it out there in Front Street. When you make a graphic, what levels is it on?
Here's a great, I looked at the frequently asked questions. One of them is, are PlayStation Plus games mine to keep? And it says yes. For as long as you remain an active subscriber. That's no. The answer to that question is no, Sony. I'm sorry. That's not what that means.
It's the same thing. The claimable ones at the essential level.
Yeah. So it would be interesting. I'd love to maybe do some work on this because the way Xbox presents it is, as you kind of alluded to, is very different than how PlayStation Plus presents this. But I'd like to maybe make a more comparable, like apples to apples as best we can kind of chart. The 12-month for premium on PlayStation is $224. This is probably Canadian here, isn't it? Yeah. So it's quite a bit less. But you don't get your day one
games.
You get no day one games. And I think that's really the difference. Like I don't think I'm hearing too many PlayStation players complaining.
But most people aren't at the premium level.
Probably not. Well, and that's probably what's going to happen with Xbox. Because the way they've priced it, it's like they want people to be at premium.
Yeah, so PlayStation Premium just gives you get game trials, which that can be appealing for some people, and you get like classic PlayStation games. I don't want that. There's no way I would be above extra.
Right.
Unless I got a deal. And I have done that. Like when I had PlayStation Plus, it would, like at Black Friday, you could bump up your tier and it wasn't as much money. And, you know, that's when you end up there. But I didn't get the value out of it, right?
I'm trying to switch it to the US pricing here for you guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
$159. This looks like this is now US. $159 for premium. Is that correct?
Right,
yes.
Because
premium
they have a yearly subscription.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Game Pass. What are you doing?
Yeah. How do they
Why
not
is there
have
not
that?
a 12 months with discount?
Well, maybe they feel like it's that causes some sticker shock. I think that's what a lot of people did very quickly. They went $30 a month times 12 months is $360 a year.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why I thought this was more on PlayStation. So that's now your comparison. Your price point at the highest level on PlayStation for a 12-month subscription is $159.99. Of course, like you said, no day ones. It's actually kind of opposite. Like that's where you get your classics catalog is in premium, which is kind of interesting. So to Crocodile's question, it kind of just adds that little extra layer of analysis here. have they priced the average gamer out? I'd probably say, like, yes, of course they're not apples to apples services, but you kind of just look at, you got your high level price point on PlayStation is $159. You have high level price point on Xbox is $360. Plus your console costs more. Like, it's tough case to make.
The tough sell. Now, if Xbox got their act together, I still cannot figure out how they don't have an Xbox Game Studio game coming out every month. It just blows my mind.
Because they have 3 coming out this month. They're just not timing it very well. They've got Keeper, Ninja Gaiden,
but you also
and
like have them be smaller games. Everything doesn't need to be a 100-hour epic journey, right? Like, break it up. Give me a $30 to $40 game every month.
Yeah.
From Greenhouse Teams. If you can't fund that and make that happen, you've got too much bloat, which I'm sure they do, and people will be mad if I say that there should be layoffs, but there's probably a lot of people working on the games that aren't making the game, right?
100%. It's interesting to sort of like almost reconfigure your entire business model around this subscription service, but forget to change the deployment of your games to match it.
Right. You're still making these big AAA epic games that take 10 years to make, and that does not match up with a monthly subscription.
Yeah, it's so strange. Again, like, part of this conversation does need to kind of look at what are the Game Pass games we've got this year. It's been pretty good. Hollow Knight, very good. Clair Obscur, very good. Oblivion, remastered, very, like, and the list goes on, you know.
I'd argue too, like, it's not an Xbox thing specifically. Anytime a company is around for long enough and gets big enough, there will be this bloat where everything just costs more to do. There's more rules, more people have got to sign off on stuff. There's more red tape and all that. That's why you see an Expedition 33 coming out at a budget price and being an excellent game, a GUI contender for sure.
Yep.
But it takes Xbox God knows how many years to make Gears E-Day.
Or Fable.
And it's going to be a full price game, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, this one, these last couple of bad news stories have not been paired up with, like, be excited for this.
Oh, like, all right, let's talk about a good pairing up. Since you brought it up, Sean, let me tell you about the emails I received this week.
Oh.
Because it's been a journey.
Oh, really? What is
Yesterday at 8:13 a.m., I got an email from Xbox. Your Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription is better than ever.
Okay.
Now with even more fun, 75 plus day one games a year, Fortnite Crew coming in November, Ubisoft Classics subscription, stream games at best quality, blah, 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 right? All the highlights, right? Here's all the things you get.
Yeah,
yesterday,
that sounds pretty
8 a.m.
good.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, pretty compelling.
Today, 12:47 p.m. Changes to your Xbox Game Pass subscription price. Thank you for being a subscriber of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. We are planning to update our prices to address changing market conditions. This price change allows us to continue to bring you more value and great games, the very best gaming experience. Starting November 4th, 2025, the 12-month subscription price will be $359.99 plus taxes.
Also, why did they start with that? That's interesting.
Why did they give me the year price?
Yeah,
and it actually calls it out here. Your subscription price is changing from $239.99 to $359.99. So they waited a day to drop the bad news. Well, they gave me the good news, telling me why it's going to be so great, and then, okay, but now you got to pay for it. Not the same email, not the same day.
And also there's a cap on the rewards, and also we're going to sneakily take away the DLC discounts. Now, these are not all built the same. Like, not all these things hit as heavy as the next thing. Like, we don't get the 10% off DLC. Like, that sucks, but it's not the same as taking away day one releases from the premium tiers or that $20 tier. So, you know, I think it's just a lot of that kind of stuff happening. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. Like, what else is going to happen here?
You want to know what else hit my email?
There's more
this week.
More. What?
This is a good one. Today at 12:31 p.m., I got an email, not from Xbox, but from GameFly.
Oh my God!
Come back to GameFly for only $5.
Come on.
We know it's been a while since you've used GameFly. We think you'd love to come back. play the latest games, watch the latest movies. So we're offering you a great offer. Restart today for only $5. That's it, just $5.
Wow. How can you say no to that?
What a slap in the face, man.
GameStop is doing it too.
Whoever works at GameFly, man, you get a gold star for your marketing emails this week.
Dude, they're all doing it. GameStop is right there with, like, come back to us. Like, you own the games. You can sell them back. You can trade them in. Like, all these, like, everybody's
taking for 35 cents, but sure.
Oddly enough, the only ones who aren't doing anything about this right now is like PlayStation. Like this
what do they
PlayStation,
do?
like this is how you share your games. This is how you trade your games. Like that was remember that company? Remember, like they could easily do something here, but at the same time, they're kind of in the same boat. Like they're facing similar challenges as well.
Yeah, their games are going to be $90 next year, so don't worry.
Nintendo just released 2 games from the Nintendo Wii from 2007 or something like that, and they'll sell a couple million. Like they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Very, very interesting. Okay.
I guess so. The part we didn't cover for Croco Kyle is what do we think's going to happen with third parties and Game Pass deals?
I actually think, I mean, they're related in terms of it depends on how much Xbox is going to shell out for these day one games. I do think the one thing that we know, I don't think I've ever seen them promise this, 75 plus day one games per year. I don't recall them ever quantifying this. Yeah. And maybe you have to do that when you increase the price of it 50%. Like you kind of have to make a promise or a pledge like that. I think that's pretty good. And so to the question of, are we going to see more or less games signing up for this? There's going to be 75 a year. Like, I don't know if that's more or less than it has been.
So I think it's hard to say what third parties will do. I am not privy to what their contracts include. Right, that has always been a big debate of whether or not Game Pass is good or bad for indie developers and what their contracts are. I think there's a vast range of where that can hit. Like, not every game is getting the best contract deal. Who knows? I don't know. Do they pay them a flat fee plus like some calculation based on how many player hours are done while it's on the service? I have no idea.
Yep.
And I'm not the one making that decision as an indie developer, so I just don't know.
Can I throw the skeeziest thing at you right now? The absolute nastiest thought.
Oh.
How many of us subscribe to how many different things, and the prices increase, and we're not even realizing that we're subscribed to the damn thing?
Yeah.
How many
but
people
there's
are
whole services now to help you find the things you're subscribed to and help you cancel them?
Guys, honestly, I'm not a financial expert at all, but you probably owe it to yourself to just maybe check in on how many things are draining your account.
Credit card and bank statements on a monthly basis. Just line item.
Part of the calculus on this, of course, people are canceling. People are being very public about their cancellations as well. You have to wonder how many people don't cancel at all. They don't even realize it, or they don't get around to it. Like, they have your credit card number. Like, it's a pre-authorized kind of thing. It's kind of on you if you want to cancel that auto update, So, like, that's part of this as well. There's going to be some people who are just going to pay the next level up, at least for 1 month, and then go, damn,
be like, what the hell?
I missed it.
Yeah.
For example, Humble Bundle. I forgot to put my Humble Bundle on pause this month, and I ended up getting what I thought was not a terrific bundle over there. So they got my ass, Humble Bundle got me.
That's why I usually... So... Like I said, if I didn't have 2.5 years, I would probably do it just on a 1 month basis. When I do that for, say, TV streaming services, the day I sign up, I put an event in my calendar for 3 weeks later to cancel it.
Yep.
Or at least make the decision. Am I going to cancel it or am I going to keep it another month? Did I get through the shows I wanted to watch or not? But not everybody does that. Like, it's way easier to just not do that.
Yeah.
And then get mad 6 months later when you realize you've been paying for whatever TV service and you didn't watch it, right?
So another interesting piece too, like I would love to stay in touch with everybody. I should make notes on everybody who has publicly canceled their Xbox Game Pass here and when that actually takes place. What is it like when you go back to non-Game Pass? So as an analog or an example, you get YouTube Premium, you pay whatever it is, $15 a month or $20, whatever it is, and it's glorious as far as I'm concerned. And a lot of people would say the same, maybe even more glorious than even I'm making it sound. If you were to cancel it, or if YouTube were to say, it's 50% more, and it leads everybody to cancel, and you go back to the YouTube experience without having premium, do you go, I don't like how much it costs, but like it kind of sucks out here without YouTube Premium.
Yep.
I'm super curious if people will have that realization. Part of me thinks that's not going to be the case, but there may be some people who go, I kind of miss having day one access. Like I was kind of getting used to the idea of not paying for Call of Duty every single year. You know,
Yep.
I'm one of those people for sure. Not paying for Call of Duty last year was awesome. As somebody who's
me,
played
I just wouldn't play it. Like,
I love Call of Duty. Like, and I have been buying them every year. And it's like, well, this is really great. I definitely got my value out of that one, among other things as well. So I'll be very curious to see, like, when you go back out of into the non-Game Pass world, like, how is it? How is it out there?
Everybody's going to have that moment, though. Like, some people will say, yeah, I can't live without it. I'm going to go back. And other people will be saying, like, I guess I wasn't really paying that much or playing that much games on the service.
100%.
Like, I just kept it because it was only $15 or $20, and now it's not something I can just let go.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to happen both ways, I'm sure.
It's probably a good time for Kevin's question, I think.
Kevin, the one and only Kevin Ainsworth, writes in, genuine question. What is the appeal of Xbox after the price increase? Xbox started this generation with great hardware, the promise of exclusives, and the best deal in gaming, but could no longer boast any of those things. PS5 Pro is the most powerful console. Xbox went multi-platform mere months after promising exclusives, and now priced most consumers out of Game Pass. It genuinely feels like they would rather you buy their games on other platforms. I have a lot more to say, almost like I have a podcast to do so. Shout out Save the Game Media. But I'm not sure how consumers can expect to feel confident continuing to invest in this ecosystem.
Pretty tricky.
What do you think?
It's pretty, like, when you put it that way, yeah, what are we all doing here? Why do we even have an Xbox podcast?
Why do I even play games? I don't know.
Like, I get that perspective for sure. I'm really trying my best in a lot of elements of my life just to kind of keep calm and carry on. You know,
Yeah.
I currently own my Xbox Series X. The price increases are not impacting me personally, but I get where everybody is coming from. Again, it's the baggage, it's the continuous, it's the death by a thousand cuts. It doesn't look good out there.
And
the idea, what?
Day one PS5, I didn't buy the Pro because there weren't enough exclusives there to make me buy it.
Right.
So,
but Ghost looks pretty great, and also Death. I almost said Death Stranding. I was almost like turned Italian there for you. Death Stranding. I mean, PlayStation's having a pretty good year as well, and I think that's maybe also at the core of the question from Kevin here is like you compare Xbox and PlayStation. If exclusives don't matter anymore, and if Game Pass was the number one thing, and now everybody hates it, like,
I mean, we've been talking about it for how long now? There's no point to have an Xbox. Unless you want an Xbox, right?
I think that's Kevin's question, yeah.
Right, but it's been that way for a while because everything came to PC day one.
Yeah.
So why would you?
Yeah.
If you the true answer for a budget gamer, if you want access to all the things, you buy a PC and a Switch. That's it. PlayStation stuff goes there eventually. Xbox stuff is mostly there day one, and Switch is going to be Switch. So if you're into that stuff, then you need one.
Yeah,
why do you own a PlayStation?
Thing.
Why do you own an Xbox?
Yeah.
Because I want them. I want the console experience. I'm financially stable and can do so.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, exactly. Like, that's definitely a point that is maybe worth making. For me, it's not one or the other. I don't really have to make that choice now. I mean, really, if I really want to think about it and break it down, like, what do I get out of having both, I guess, is the question. Like, do I really need both? If I were to wake up tomorrow and this is all brand new, would I buy both? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Like, it's really difficult because I've had both for so long. Like, it's really, I can imagine why people would make the choice and just get PlayStation. I'll tell you this much. This is so minuscule. It's ridiculous to have in this scale of a conversation. I was downloading a whole bunch of stuff on my PS5 for the first time in a long time, just yesterday and earlier this week. And it doesn't show me how fast the download is going. And I can't stand that. It tells me how long it's going to take until it's done. But like that kind of like, there's just these little things about PlayStation that I don't like, and I don't like that, and I don't like how it handles, what is it called, HDCP or whatever, like the protection. So for streamers, it really jacks up being able to game share or capture gameplay and stuff like that. I don't love. I don't love the size of that console. I prefer the Xbox style of controller, like these kinds of things, which again, when it comes to pricing and services, completely minuscule, but whatever.
Yeah.
I like my,
I've
been like playing Xbox for like 20 or 30 years or whatever it's been. What do you want from me?
Yeah. I like the DualSense Edge. I like the haptic feedbacks. All that stuff in that controller just blows my mind. I love it. That's why I bought Hogleg on PlayStation.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, but I feel that Xbox has been friendlier to its customers and just made things easier. If I go to Xbox and say I want to download the Outer Worlds 2, it's just going to give me the Series X version. I don't have to like pick it from selection options.
Yep.
If I had the game, if I played a game on Xbox One and now I'm playing it on Series X, everything just comes over with it. PlayStation, man, you got to do like 37 backflips and hold your nose and sing Happy Birthday to get saves moved over. Like,
that would sound funny.
On.
Yep.
Some of that stuff was just absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
And PlayStation's just been cocky about it. Like, they know that their fans are going to buy their thing and they just don't care. And this is only going to make it worse.
It's one of those things, these conversations, hopefully everybody kind of is keeping up with all of the pieces that we're kind of laying down here. None of this is saying Xbox is the greatest or Xbox is the worst or PlayStation is the greatest or PlayStation is the worst. That's not what I think what you're trying to say. It's certainly not what I'm trying to say, but like we can be objective about some of these things.
Yeah. Like I've made my home on Xbox.
Yeah.
Part of that is because of Game Pass. Part of it is because of the ease of use things.
100%.
Right? Because actually when I got back into gaming, I got a Switch, fall of 2017, the year it came out.
Yep.
And that spring, I bought a PS4.
Spring 2017 for Switch. Oh, that you bought it in fall.
I bought it in fall,
got it.
not long before Mario Odyssey came out.
Yep. Good timing.
And then in spring, I bought the PS4, and it was a couple years before I bought an Xbox.
Yep.
So,
yeah, for sure.
And I had a PlayStation 2, and I never had an Xbox before the one.
Yeah, pretty much.
I should be a PlayStation gamer, but I chose this path down Xbox side, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much that gets lost in these conversations. And again, maybe it matters to some people, maybe it doesn't. I think the dedication to backwards compatibility is unparalleled on Xbox. Like I can just load up. I played Fear on 360 for a couple minutes the other day. Like that rules. And again, just the comparison, like how's PS3's back compat going on over there? Like with the same console generation, it doesn't exist over there. So I'm not trying to say that as in like it makes up for everything that Kevin pointed out, but it's part of it. Like everything.
It's part of it. And that part doesn't even matter to me because
not to you.
I rarely play old games.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. It's just amazing how some of these, there's a lot of like, I hate that this term is so loaded now, but like there's like these trump cards that happen. It's like there's no exclusive. So it's like that. It seems to just color such a massive part of the conversation. But the truth of the matter is a lot of these factors are starting to pile up and people ask questions and it's hard to refute a question like Kevin's. What is the appeal of Xbox after this price increase? Like there's, it's very difficult, I think, to convince somebody to go, you should come on over here.
Yeah.
Come over to Xbox.
I just want everybody to be able to play games together. So the push we've been seeing lately of cross-platform multiplayer has been phenomenal. Like we're finally getting there. PlayStation quit bribing companies to not do it. You know, we're finally there where we can play games together, and that's what matters. Like I just want to play games together. And you know, getting Discord on the consoles also really helps. That you can just have your voice chats easily, even if the in-game options aren't great. Or what if you have a party of 4 in the game, but there's only 2 of you? You know, I don't want the randos to hear me. I just want my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just such loaded questions, and there is no easy answer. This one's better than that one. There are aspects about both that I like. You know, I don't know.
There's a piece of me, and maybe we can move on to another question after this. There's a piece of me that is one of the reasons I originally got into Dreamcast and also got into Xbox. Like there's a part of me that just wants there to be an underdog in it. Now it's very strange to call Microsoft an underdog in any shape or form. It shouldn't even be a thing. That's stupid, but that is the case. That is that they're in third place, all these things. And I do think that it's important to have somebody nipping at the heels.
I think there needs to be competition.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If Xbox gets out of the ecosystem market, everybody loses.
It's
only going to get worse for PlayStation. And people that can objectively look at PlayStation, even though that's their system, see that. Like anyone that can think through things logically knows that it's good to have competition. And the jabs back and forth, all in good fun. If Xbox goes away, PlayStation will get lazy.
Well, and what do you think, if you're not live in these costs, what do you think happens to PlayStation that is unfettered by like no competition?
Yeah.
What does that start to look like?
You think their console's going to be cheaper when there is no Xbox?
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like, yeah. So I think that is, for me, it's a very strange, but I guess pretty real appeal for me to be an Xbox player, as well as I do like there being an alternative. I like that for whatever reason.
And while we're in the console price talks, like the Switch 2 is $500 US.
Right, it's not
for a Switch.
It's not an impulse purchase.
Last gen comparable hardware. Well, what do you think the PS6 and the Xbox last box are going to cost?
Yep. Well, that brings me to one of my latest posts on Blue Sky. We're not even talking about video games anymore.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're trying to have a video.
That way.
What's that?
We started that way. We talked about all kinds of games.
Like, we have been very mindful, of course, we talk about this all the time, like for this show too. It's very rare for us to have conversations like this, actually.
Yeah.
It's about the video games, and that's the really tricky part that Xbox finds itself in, is like they actually are struggling to talk about about the games. So when this news hits, it's like there's nothing else to back it up. So all the things you just said, when you bring it over to Nintendo land, it's like, yeah, super expensive console, games are more expensive, more than ever, blah, 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 blah. But they've got this just stacked catalog of games and franchises and sort of this playbook where you go, I'll buy this system because I'm going to get this game. I'm going to get a Mario game. I'm going to get a Zelda game. Like, there's just so much certainty there. There's so much uncertainty in Xbox land. And again, I think that's a deeper issue that is really showing up in all these different ways for people, is nobody knows what the hell to make of any of this stuff.
Right. Well, I think we all understand that exclusives are bad for consumers.
Sure.
Like, it's a bad deal that I have to buy some specific box to play this game that darn well can be played on any other number of boxes.
Now,
it's bad.
Yeah.
But it has been what's, propped up those two houses, or three, I guess, houses, and, pushed them to do better and be competitive.
Yeah.
But it's bad. Like, as a consumer, I should be able to buy one box that is pretty much PC-like in a different form factor with a limited OS and play the video games.
I think in the short term, I'm 100% with you. In the short term, it is bad. Exclusives are bad because in the short term, it requires you to buy a console to get that exclusive. You play that on the long run, though, which is kind of where we're now at. Are we that much better off as consumers if exclusives are gone away? Like, I don't feel that much better off.
Well, because it's not gone away yet, right?
I mean,
PlayStation
Xbox,
hasn't taken the bait,
Yep.
There's still, 6 months to a year before it's on PC. And Xbox, before they even put the games on PlayStation, the day one things being on PC as well, already hurt their console market, right?
Yeah. I wonder, and I don't know the answer to that. Like, I'm just kind of pushing back on this well-torn point, which is exclusives are not good for consumers. Like I said, in the short term, yes. On the long term, I don't know yet. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's unforeseen consequences of going multi-platform that I'm not so sure is all that great, because it could lead to one of the platforms dying off because exclusives are that important to a platform having legs to stand on, and then that platform dies off, the other one has no competition, and then is that super great for consumers as well? Like, I don't know. Like, I actually think there's something about that line of thinking.
Yeah, it's weird too, though. Like, let's just look at the PC side. Like, Steam isn't selling you a box. Well, they weren't. I don't think are particularly concerned if you buy their Steam Deck either.
Right. Yeah.
That's not where they're making their money, right?
Yeah.
But they dominate.
Mm-hmm.
They're not buying exclusives.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they did
There's a lot of games
more like
that
Nintendo.
are only on Steam, right?
Yeah.
But that's because an indie developer picks a platform and they're developing on PCs, so they might as well just release on PC, right?
For sure. There's a lot of things that have made Steam super popular and successful that you see those threads showing up in Xbox and in PlayStation as well, like making it easier for people to publish games to the platform. Like, that's been a big part of Steam that they try to take.
Then look at Epic Games Launcher. they're giving away games every 30 seconds and paying for exclusive release windows for PC games.
Yep.
And they still don't have any market share.
There's
so
something
the
to be said about
doesn't work.
Well,
there,
first movers.
You know what I mean?
That's why everything is everything is way more complex than we want to boil it down to exclusives price. Like it's it's so detailed.
This is why when I got back into gaming, I bought a Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah.
I had a Nintendo a bajillion years ago.
Yep.
Right? And Atari's not making anything right now.
there should
That's
be
what
a
I had
book
first.
about Steam is remarkable, actually. Like to your point, how much money others have thrown at the PC gaming market, and Steam is just like, no. Like Steam sales are nowhere near what they like. That's what made, I think, Steam really popular. Is one of the things for sure. Steam sales, everybody's pushing over kids out of the way to get to those sales.
Yeah,
that's not what they are now. But people still, they won't leave. They're entrenched. It's really remarkable. Yeah.
Interesting that Xbox is the one trying to bring your libraries together.
Man,
on PC.
I don't know.
It's all just wild, man. We're
so much change.
It's a wild west out here.
I know.
And if anybody could do it, similar mindset to like Microsoft and gaming, like they have the money to do it. Why are they not winning? Similar on PC. How is Epic not figuring it out? Like, first of all, how did they not have a fully fledged ecosystem from day one? Like, why would you even launch your storefront if you weren't going to have everything? You need to be able to gift games and have a shopping cart and do all the things, right? Like, the model was there.
Yep.
You already knew what you needed to build, and you didn't.
To your point, like I think what Steam does is exactly what Steam does that makes it so successful is what Nintendo does, which makes them so successful. They know their audience. Xbox is trying to appease everyone, and they're appeasing nobody. Steam is built as a PC gamer's ass platform right there. You look at that thing, you're like, this can't exist anywhere else except for a personal computer. It might as well be built on spreadsheets, this thing. It's got forums. It's got a million different... It looks like what Amazon used to look like back in the... It's so complicated. And somehow it's this organized chaos that really resonates with people. And it's like, this is a system built on PC, for PC, etc. I go to like Xbox or Epic, and the odd thing is it's like so counterintuitive. They look smoother. They look like nicer. They look more polished. But it doesn't look like it's made for my keyboard and mouse. It doesn't look like a dorky PC experience. It looks like a polished kind of nice experience. And I don't know why. It just doesn't jive with PC players, I guess. You know, like they want forums for whatever reason. They want to search up all these different God knows what. I think that's part of what makes it so well. They know what they are, and Nintendo knows what they are, and Xbox is still kind of trying to find their way, and it's a little awkward.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, what's the other half of that saying? But still better than being a master of none, or something like that.
Yeah, there is a second part.
There's a
we
positive.
Don't care about that.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, we dropped the good part. Yeah.
Oh man, I think
we miss anybody?
One more question. Uncle Tim writes in, the exchange rate for rewards points is going to be a challenge for us free Game Pass subscribers. After a moment of reflection and getting over the shock of Xbox acting like Congress, I'm over the price change, I think. I do buy most of the third-party games not included in Game Pass on my Series X and S just because I like the ecosystem. And I haven't played all of them yet. Also, I have PS2, PS3, and PS5 Pro that all have a glut of backlog games from when I was collecting instead of playing. I'll be fine. So, what do you think? I don't understand this backlog thing you speak of, but...
we have to say like
there's always new games coming out, right?
To understand this term.
I mean, well, we've seen the writing on the wall. Like every time something's happened in the pricing world, the reward stuff has changed. It's changed a lot in the last year as well.
Yeah.
They started locking down your Bing searches. You couldn't cheese it. They found people that were creating bots to just click through searches randomly every day and, locked out those accounts and caused all kinds of troubles. I was shocked when they didn't increase the points you needed to redeem Game Pass when the last price increase happened.
Yeah.
What they did is they just made it a little harder to get the points. They changed
that's hilarious.
what you earn instead of what you pay.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be both, right? They took away, because you got a discount on, like, once you were like level 2 in the Bing reward stuff, you got a discount on your Xbox codes. So you weren't paying the full amount.
Yeah.
So now you're going to, I think you still get somewhat of a discount for Xbox gift cards that then you can use to pay for your Game Pass. But I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And so what I've been doing with those rewards points, now I can't stack Game Pass.
Right.
Like they reduced it to 13 months or something is all you can stack now. So I can't
and your paid membership, by the way.
Yeah. So like I've been buying the games I want. Like I bought Borderlands 4 using gift cards that I got from my rewards points.
That's what I would do.
Like that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. I mean, for me on the rewards part, like it kind of just reminds me of my almost original stance on it, is that there's so many hoops to jump through that is the juice worth the squeeze. Like I've really backed off on chasing it. And, so it's for a certain audience, for those who want to jump through those hoops and don't mind it, go get it, Yeah,
that's why I like backed off on all the Bing searches and stuff. It's 100%. One of those things.
Like
I load up the rewards site every morning. Like when I wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, get dressed, I'm going to have my caffeine and wake up before I start work. I'm going to load up the Bing rewards. I'm going to do the 3 daily tasks there. I'm going to open up the Game Pass mobile app, and I'm going to play a game of Jewel 2. I'm still trying to wake up. These are mindless things that I can do. Doesn't hurt me anything.
For sure.
Like I said earlier, I'm going to come over to my PC and have a break at some point during the day and play some solitaire.
Yeah.
No big deal. I'm going to play a game on my Xbox console in the evening. Bam. I've done everything.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of like achievements. Like if you treat them like achievements as a way of enriching the way you're already kind of playing, I'm totally down for that.
I've trained myself to have the habits that also contribute to that, right?
For sure.
I could do anything else. I could not sit here and play solitaire, right?
Yeah. What I love about part of Uncle Tim's question here is it's kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier, which is, he says, after a moment of reflection and getting over the shock of Xbox acting like Congress, I'm over the price change, I think. Haha. I wonder if that's going to be the case more en masse, like as time goes on. We are recording on Friday. What did this news come out? Was this just yesterday? No, this is 2 days ago now as we're recording this. And so, I wonder how this will look after some time. This month is actually pretty remarkable. Ninja Gaiden, Keeper, The Outer Worlds 2, pretty decent. I'm sure there's maybe more that I'm missing there. Like pretty good month if you're an Ultimate subscriber.
If you're not plugged into the news, right? You turn on your console and look, there's Hogwarts Legacy and there's all these Ubisoft games and here's all the stuff
we missed that
just
part.
Popped in immediately. Now it's Ubisoft Classics, so you're not getting their day one stuff either, but I mean, am I gonna play some Trials Rising? Probably.
You should.
And that's another one to just jump into for a little bit and have a good time and do that on occasion, right?
I'm only on the PC. Thank you so much for mentioning this. Again, there's a lot to be upset about. I get it for you guys out there. But part of the being upset and all of that noise, it does drown out some good stuff here. The Ubisoft stuff I think is awesome. All these Ghost Recon games, some of these Assassin's Creed games I never even heard of. Is this DLC Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry? What is that? It's a standalone. Oh, it's a standalone expansion to Black Flag. I didn't even know that. So, Ultimate subscribers, we just got an absolute ton. The Division is in here. Valiant Hearts, which I've been meaning to get around to for a long time. Assassin's Creed Unity. Again, this is just for PC. Trials Rising, as you were alluding to. Zombie. Now, again, these aren't juggernauts, but there's a lot, right? There's just an absolute ton. South Park: The Stick of Truth, Rayman Legends, of course, Uno.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Uno. Yeah. So, yeah, lots of good. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Is this the first time this is coming to Game Pass? Now through Ubisoft Plus or whatever this is? I think that's pretty good. It's worth calling out if it's not.
It gets so confusing,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we kind of wanted this with Activision. When they bought Activision, they're like, just give us all the Activision
just drop
stuff.
off all the games, but then you have no idea what's happening.
That also would help, though, wouldn't it? Like with something like this?
Wouldn't it? If they just dropped everything from Activision.
Like, it's sort of just occurring to me
soften the blow, Xbox, please.
Well, they soften the blow with other people's games. It's like,
right,
bro, you
got your own.
You have your own. What are you doing the Ubisoft thing for?
Yeah. And I mentioned in the Discord too, like, you could have announced this with a yearly discount. You could have announced family memberships, you know, things that keep coming up time and time again. You know, maybe it would have taken the pain out just a little bit. Every little bit helps.
Maybe it will. Maybe it's still coming, but is the damage done? Have there been too many people out there canceling their subscription?
That, you know, all those people that canceled, perhaps they didn't realize that they now have access to Skull and Bones.
Man, bring them back. Is there a list of...
You got to pay $30 a month for that, you know?
I want to see you. I know we're running long, guys. This was bound to be a big episode.
Private chat. A link that I was looking at
for this is the Ubisoft stuff.
Yeah, it's
Ubisoft
all the
Classics. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
There's a lot of stuff there,
so I can share it. Yeah, I want to go over this before we close out for the day, you guys. Hang on.
The insulting one to me is the Fortnite crew. Like, come on. Get rid of that and take at least $5 off of price. You get X number of V-Bucks a month and a special outfit, and then you always have the game. They're the battle passes.
Oh, you always have the battle passes?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's... I didn't know that. How much is a battle pass?
Well, if you buy one, you can earn enough V-Bucks to get them continuously if you play.
But how much is one to buy? Like, how much is it?
Like $10.
Goodness gracious.
Every 3 months.
Guys.
There's value there if you're interested in it. John,
that's a lot of value. Oh,
it's not going to run right on your PC. You're going to get mad and turn it off, and you're not going to care about Fortnite Crew anymore.
Me personally, probably. Yes, but I mean, obviously, I'm far from representative of the interest and engagement on Fortnite. That is worth... Oh, it's so crazy. Again, I get it. People are mad, price increases and stuff, but we kind of miss some stuff when we just scream and don't take a minute. That's pretty good. You just get free battle passes. I mean, with paid subscription, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty all right. You don't like it? You don't like it? Really?
No, because it's one game. One singular game is all that's good for.
But you get all the other things. You get the 75 games per year, et cetera, et cetera. No?
No.
I think that's crazy. And what about the other benefits you get in Riot games?
Whatever portion of my Game Pass Ultimate dollars they're spending on that, I would like back, please.
I get that. That's where things get a little bit tricky. It's like, I mean, Fortnite, it doesn't get much bigger than Fortnite. You want to get something that is as much a catch-all as possible, add value to the thing. But for some people, yeah, you start to do the math and go like, okay, well, that's worth X dollars, and it seems like you're overpaying. Yeah, I get it. It's like, look, that's why we ended up with like Netflix and Paramount Plus and Hulu and all these, because people didn't like cable packages.
And Disney and
they wanted more specialized things, and yeah, so anyway. Ubisoft Plus, this is a pretty good look at all these Assassins. Is this every Assassin's Creed game? They just dumped 30 Ubisoft titles here. Assassin's Creed 2, 3 Remastered, Black Flag, Brotherhood, Chronicles China, Chronicles India, Chronicles Russia, Liberation HD, Revelations, Rogue Remastered, Syndicate, the Ezio Collection, which is three games? Assassin's Creed Unity, Child of Light, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Far Cry Primal, Hungry Shark World. There's some filler here, guys. I'll just continue on to Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, which is excellent. A bunch of Rabbids games, Rayman Legends, which is excellent. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is excellent. South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is excellent. Steep, I think, is underrated. The Crew 2 is fine. We got some Tom Clancy game here. The Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which is pretty good. Rainbow Six Extraction, very popular. The Division is excellent. Like, this is pretty good. Of course, the standout of them all, Bowsah, you know which one I'm going to say here?
Uno.
Wheel of Fortune on cloud and console. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and for people saying, like, yeah, this is a lot of value added, but okay, let me counterpoint that. If I've been a Game Pass subscriber for a long time, when these games released and they weren't in Game Pass and I really wanted to play them, I would have bought them.
You bought them.
It'd have been over. Or I subscribed to Ubisoft Plus for a month and played them and moved on, right? Like,
I get it.
Nothing in this list screams to me, oh my god, I have to keep my Game Pass so that I can play Trackmania Turbo.
So, but that's... That's the way that conversation always goes, is like, to make your point, you pick out the worst of the lot, and it's like,
but
any
of them
saying.
here is like no big deal to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Truly, though, I'd rather have that kind of conversation, Bowsah, where like we actually just legitimately looked at it and you can make up your mind, versus we didn't even look at it and we're just too busy complaining about stuff. They didn't even actually look at like what has been added. A lot of stuff has been changed. A lot of stuff has been taken away. A lot of stuff costs more. It doesn't change the fact that 30 games just dropped into Game Pass overnight, which is pretty nuts. So then you can, once you look at it, you can make up your mind and go, you like it, you don't like it, but at least you take the time to do that.
They should have done this with the Activision stuff back when they increased the price last time.
Yeah. Yarden actually jumps out. I'm gonna agree with this. Yarden in the chat says, "What did Trackmania do to deserve the shade? It's great. It actually is.
It probably is. I'm sure it's great.
I can't wait for you to give it a try, because I don't think you've played this one before.
Specifically, not just because.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Because that'd be dangerous for you to change your mind, right?
Yeah, it'd be awful. Can't do that.
For sure.
I got to stick with the bit, Sean.
You're
a man that sticks to the bit. You know what I'm talking about.
Like I said, I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered it from like all angles here. It's such a wide array of things you could look at it from. Like longtime subscribers, also longtime subscriber with rewards points, or I also had previously stacked, like when codes used to go on sale at Black Friday, I'd buy up a handful of 3-month codes, right?
Yeah.
When you get it for $20 for 3 months on Black Friday a couple years ago. Yeah, that ain't happening now.
I almost picked up 6 months of Game Pass at Costco the other day. It was Canadian. I think it was $125. It worked out to be about $20 a month Canadian.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I almost picked that up.
Yeah.
I still might.
Yeah. Just can't redeem it for a while.
I don't know if I'm entirely maxed out at this stage. I think, I can't remember.
It's like 13 months now.
Oh, is that one of the changes too that I missed?
That wasn't this time. That was a previous change.
Oh, damn. Yeah, because it used to be like 2 or 3 years or something.
It's 3 years.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's why I'm in 2028 on mine.
Well, you can understand now why they would make that change, right?
Yeah,
like, look how much money they're missing out on.
Price every 3 months. You don't
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Why can't they be like the U.S. Post Office and give me forever stamps? Huh? Why?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Our postal service is closed down right now. They're striking. They're not even delivering the mail.
Our whole government shut down. It's fine.
Damn.
But our post office,
you bunch of one-uppers? Damn.
You can buy standard stamps at the price they are today. You can go buy 1 million of them. And 3 years from now, when stamps cost twice as much, you can still use these ones.
That's pretty cool. Forever stamps. I like that.
Just to get a cash flow thing going. But
forever's a long time. They better watch out.
Yeah, they got to watch out on that. We'll see.
Yep.
But yeah,
will we be able to use them when we become the 51st state?
Oh, don't.
Okay, I won't.
Who uses mail anyways? That's the whole reason why they needed cash flow.
It's really funny. It's like a massive part of my job, as it turns out, my professional day to day. Like,
you're the person. That's all the mail I get that I just throw away. 100%. Everybody wants my money.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Let me see this. It's funny. I don't read ahead of time. Xbox Skittle in the chat says 6+ games day one every month for $30. As long as 1 or 2 interest me, it's still a great deal. And $70 games is worth 2 months. I love all the different perspectives out here.
Yep.
Also, Skittles rule. Skittles are delicious.
Skittles are awesome.
Yeah, great candy.
Well, at least they were when green was lemon lime.
Oh yeah, what is it now? Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
And I love apple.
I still like
not
that.
Skittles. It's not good.
And in real life, green apples? No thanks.
Yeah.
Like Mackin is a Mackin? No, that's a red apple.
That's a red one.
Granny
Smith.
Granny Smith, that's the one. No.
Yep.
Too tart.
Yeah, a little tart.
Yeah.
See, we got it to food. There you go, Yarden. We made it to food.
Yep, pretty good. So, where do we land on this? There's lots to consider. Make up your minds out there. Let's, but maybe if I can encourage folks, let's just keep it cool. Let's keep it calm.
I mean, but it is a continuation of the trend of Xbox just shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
The one company in the world that could probably weather a lot of this price fluctuation and inflation things happening, and they just don't. I mean, they got to answer to shareholders. I get it, but I don't know.
Well, you guys tell us. We've been lucky enough to have a bunch of folks here in the chat. But I mean, if you look at the internet, Xbox is dead. So do we even need an Xbox podcast anymore? You guys tell us. Like, let's follow this logic.
Somewhere to talk things over.
I don't
once
know.
a week.
The way I hear the internet talking, it sounds like the Xbox is dead, and it makes me question.
But Xbox has been dead for like 15 years, if you listen to the internet. So what have we been doing for 405 epidodes? Like,
I mean, that's a deep and dark question.
That's a real big question, right?
Yeah.
Like, what have we been doing?
I
don't know. It's just hard for me. I'm disappointed in Xbox.
Yeah.
I think this is a bad move.
Yep.
In times when recreational dollars are very tight for a lot of people, they're jacking up prices. I don't think the value they added justifies it. Doesn't to me personally. Maybe it does to you. If I weren't subscribed for the next 2.5 years, I'd probably do it on a month-by-month basis.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So many different ways to engage with games. For me, like so much of it is these Steam sales, these deep sales. Like that's kind of where I'm getting a lot of value right now. So that's where I choose to live. But if people want to buy games day one, full price, there's people who like to do that. There's people who want to be on a subscription plan. Like I think that's what ultimately Xbox is trying to do, is give options, right? Like this just seems now like it's one of the options, where prior to this change, Game Pass was Xbox. Like Xbox equals Game Pass. The way that they've changed it now is like they've kind of reverted back. It's not quite as like at that same level. It's not. It's just one of the ways you can participate with games, and that's tricky to do after you've trained everybody Xbox equals Game Pass over the last couple of years. But I'm probably talking in circles at this point. Is that all? Did we get to everybody?
I'm tired.
That is all. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to this episode of the Xbox Drive, episode number 405, the one without Mitch and without Fee. I had a great time chatting about this. I think we did a pretty decent job exploring the space, and very respectful chat. Shout out to you guys. You guys deserve yourself. Give yourself a nice pat on the back, especially pat in the chat.
Pat in the chat.
Exactly. Before I thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Bowsah, do you have enough energy to tell me where people can find you on the internet?
Well, you can find me mostly in the Discord at Bowsah, and on Blue Sky at Bowsah13.
Wonderful. As for me, you can find me at CPG Sean on Blue Sky, as well as streaming right here, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live fairly often. And as long as caffeine sustains me, you can expect that stuff to continue on. So thank you guys so much. Find me also in the Discord. Links are in the show notes. You all are amazing. Did I do anything else recently? There's this month's episode of Hype Factor. I'm on that with Yon32 and Marcus O'Neill, so go check that out. It's a good time to do that. Now, I am so thankful. This does not happen. It would not happen without everybody, every single one of you over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. So I want to say thank you to all of our ultimate producers, Brendan Myers, aka _Winter Gamer, and our good friend Jonathan Brown. Go check out the Hoodlid Rumble on Kickstarter. Wonderful game. And you also get to see, this is maybe just a little sneak peek for you guys. Go to linktra.ee/pme.jib. Click on the links. Go to this Kickstarter. You get to see JIB. You get to see Jonathan Brown. Go. He's credited as a producer on this game. Very, very cool. Go support it. Go check it out. Very nice. Lovely man. We love you very much, Jonathan Brown. Thank you to our platinum producers, Benny Smokin _Yo, the Captain, Uncle Tim Paullin, and all of our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Hambone Jonny, Yon32, Laura, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Peje, EP, Stephen Keller, and Technical Michael. Thank you all so much. We couldn't do it without you. We are on the road to Extra Life. It's in our sights right after Halloween.
Yesterday.
Heck yes. You guys, we're on the road on this Xbox Drive. Thank you so much for listening to episode 405. This is the end. Say goodbye to the people. Fee.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.